Hey y'all, what's going on? It is the Coastal Critiques panel. We are back yet again with another recap review for season 2, episode 5 of The Real Housewives of Dubai. And the episode is entitled A New Home and Game of Telephone. Let's get into it. Hi.
Habibi.
I'm done. I'm so done. I'm so done right now. Hi. Hello. How are you?
Oh,
Lovely hump day.
do that hump, you know.
I mean, but can we really even say it's hump day as much as it's also kind of like a Friday, as we were saying this morning? Like, it's low-key everybody's Friday. We know that a lot of people have off. Well, pretty much everybody has off tomorrow for the 4th. So, yeah, we're starting the shenanigans early today.
Very, very, very. So, yeah, happy hump day, people.
Yes.
Happy hump day.
Yes. We are glad to be here giving you guys this recap and review. But of course, you need to hit that like button on both channels because we are streaming to both channels as we always do. And also, if you're subscribed to California Cutie, but you're not subscribed to me, go ahead, hit that subscription button on my channel and vice versa. What else? Let's keep the comments going down in the comment section, after we conclude this live, and share us.
Shout out to Playback Gang.
Yes, shout outs to Playback Gang. Shout outs to everybody in your family who you need to share this video with. Everybody at work, your colleagues, your math teacher from high school. Who cares? Just share us, okay? But yeah, what did you think of the episode? Like, how did you? I'm trying to think of how I thought of the episode. I'm asking you that. I don't even know what I thought.
Because I just watched it. Sorry, y'all. A little busy yesterday, but some things are coming to light, which we already I could foresee some of these things happening. I just didn't think it was going to happen this soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to say things are revealing themselves. Things are unraveling and revealing all at the same time. So, but as far as like what I would rate it or something, I would probably give it a 7.5.
Okay. I can respect that. I guess I would agree then. I definitely was caught a bit off guard or I shouldn't say off guard as much as I was like, oh, I was really hoping that you weren't going to turn into this type of person. But I'm starting to see some weirdness with not even a main one of the ladies as much as somebody else.
Can't wait to get into that because I don't even know what she's talking about.
Oh yeah, that's like one of the first scenes that we see. But anyway, yeah, I guess we can just dive into it. Shout outs to everybody who's watching on Twitter. I won't be showing the entire live on Twitter this week. We're going to just do our first hour over there, and then if you want to continue to watch live, you need to come on over here to YouTube and you can catch it.
Come on over. You get a personal invite.
Just switch apps real quick. But without further ado, I guess we can just get into it. Or well, actually, let's say hi. Dear baby. Hi.
Hi, Ken. Love you, son.
Enjoying your summer.
He's so sweet.
Be a kid again. Oh. Hey, Monique.
Hey, Momo. What's going on? Pretty lady.
How are you? Oh, I got a pink heart. Love it. I love it. We love Monique over here. So we're glad you came through. And anybody else who's watching in the bushes, shout out to you guys as well. Come on. Jump in the chat. We want to hear what you guys have to say about this episode, honey.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a new home and game of telephone, which I liked the title because I feel like they were trying to it was like an ode to Game of Thrones, which
we like.
We did you catch?
I still no. I told you I need the app. I need
But
an
no,
app.
you've also been busy. You've been braiding a lot.
A
So
bit, yes, and there it is.
actually,
There.
no, that's a perfect time. Well,
Yes and no.
yeah, no.
I'm braiding. Yeah, I can pay attention, but because I can't, all I need to do is part, and I can braid and look
That's
away.
a show that you need to kind of, yeah, definitely pay very
Oh
close
yeah, and
because
if I got one of my youngsters with me, I can't be watching that kind of stuff because I know we got,
oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
It might get a
no, we
little
don't want to have nightmares or
it might get a little awkward. Yeah, no, we're gonna do that. But yeah, anyway, I
getting
like
back to the
that.
framework.
I like the title to that, y'all. And this episode in particular began off with Stanbury. She, she's not in Michael's house anymore. She's in the new home, but it is still very much being worked on. And in the meantime, she's sending a voice note to the ladies, inviting them out to the desert. And she does give them wardrobe guidance. So let's see if everybody follows that later on. Okay. And again, since the house is being worked on, stress levels are still kind of a little high, rightfully so. I can understand, purchasing your home. They say that's usually the largest purchase you'll make in your life or whatever. And
The most responsible one.
Exactly. So a lot of thought goes into that. And sometimes when you think a lot, you get stressed out a lot. So Stanbury's definitely feeling that right now. And we also find out that Sergio's family's coming into town literally at this very moment, pretty much. And that's kind of the last thing on Stanbury's mind is now I got to host people. I don't even know where they're going to sleep. We're still sleeping on the floor. Last time I checked, like too much.
Do we know why they came? I'm not to cut you off, sister, but do we know why they? Because this ain't a good time. This ain't a good time for you and your 10 bags. This ain't a good time for you, your sister, your brother, your mother, your grandma, your grandpa. It ain't a time for y'all.
I wish Nola was here because she would know exactly why I'm doing this. Which that's a whole conversation we can have offline. But what I was saying now is that this part definitely triggered me a little bit because I'm just like, you're asking that question. Some people just be tone deaf. Some people just be tone deaf, or sometimes people don't see it as a bad time. They're like, we're all family, so
no time like the present.
Yeah. I very much would be on Stanbury's side with this and be very much like, this is not what I'm trying to do right now. Like, not trying to be all hosty when I'm trying to be finish house. But I think she handled it well from what we saw, a lot better than me. Just saying.
I was just trying to see if it was. I know Ramadan was going on. We'll get to that, but I'm just saying. I was like,
or maybe it was. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
What was it?
Let me stop. Let me get off my high horse. Maybe this was already like planned, and they thought either A, the house was going to be done and it wasn't an issue, or B, obviously the timeline of everything has gotten pushed up and pushed back and pushed, all over the place. So maybe it just kind of overlapped because it was already planned, and then they didn't think that was going to be in a state of, I don't know.
Okay. All right. What were what you said? Because I just don't understand why you're here.
Is that was the mom, dad, the sister, that the brother too? Or I seen a younger
guy too. That's why I was like the mother, the brother, your sister, your daddy.
That's way too much.
It's and you're living large. You got an east or west wing. You do. You have an east and a west wing for sure, or a north and a south wing. Either way, you got a wing. You got wings.
And I also in general don't like to encroach on people like that. When even if the house was finished, I still wouldn't have showed up this soon because they just got out of somebody else's house and they weren't even allowed to have sex over there. So
say that again.
I just need my own time to unwind and relish in my own space, and then you can come over. Give me like a month, please.
And I'm gonna let you get back into it, but yeah, because I'm still sleeping on the floor. So go ahead. I live here. I bought it and I made it, and I sleep on the floor. What are we doing here?
Make it make sense. Shout out
to them.
But yes, y'all, still working on the house. And before we know it, we also get a visit from Ayan. She has on heels, which is like a no-no because they just got the floors on, obviously. But she says she won't take them off. So she got them on. And they give her a nice home tour, of course. That closet, oh my gosh. There's a lot of nice accents in the house. But the main accent that Stanbury in particular likes, y'all, is, and I know resonate with my sis because she loves plants just as much as I do.
You see, I'm already on that. The 80-year-old, beautiful.
Actually, oops, did I put these in?
You put them in the wrong area, huh? You put them in the background. She's singing in the background. She over here in the background.
I'm like, why isn't it popping up?
The pictures is popping up. They're just popping up behind us. But you go ahead and put it behind us. Like, she see a little gander, a little peeky peek.
Oh no! Hold on. Give me 2 seconds, y'all.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. Her house, like I said, is 2 wings. When they show it, it's like the door, and then it's like a white area. Boom, it's big. Boom, looks like an apartment, and then next on top of that is another part, and there's the white house of it too. So it kind of wrap around. So in the middle of her house, there's an area where they built like
sometimes people put like courtyards right there, but
a courtyard / sunroom. We'll make it outdoor indoor outdoor room, but inside, and it's gonna be always kind of shady unless the sun gets right on top. So, but however, she puts this beautiful 80-year-old bonsai tree, y'all. Y'all know Karate Kids. Shout out to Mr. Miyagi. Don't play with me. And this tree, she had to hoist this thing by crane to get it inside and see the corridor, the inside. That's her house wrapping around this sucker. Okay, this tree, 80 years old. This tree takes vitamins, y'all. The tree,
no vitamins.
Oh yeah, she says vitamins. That. Just like Carlos King says, notifications. Okay.
Okay. No, yeah, it was that was a great attribute. If I do say so myself, that's definitely something I would love to do. How much does an 80-year-old bonsai tree cost? So I can't afford it.
How much does it cost to get it over her house?
The logistics of getting it put in. I can't even.
My nose what I put.
Who can you say? Who you know that has an 80-year-old bonsai tree in their house and needs 2 men to come and tend to it and give it vitamins and TLC? I don't know nobody.
I put Stanbury got this 80-year-old bonsai tree, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and she is absolutely bawling.
No, that is a sign when you have stuff like that.
What are you talking about?
You must be all right. That would be nice space.
She's not growing the tree. I mean, it's still gonna grow. It's still gonna live, but it's already a full-grown 80-year-old tree, and it's gorgeous. I thought it was a okay. Go ahead, sister.
No, I could talk about that all day.
Yes,
but I mean, all in all, though, the house does look nice. I can't wait to see the final touches and everything. One of the producers, being messy, asked Ayan if Stanbury's house is beautiful. How does she like it? Whatever. And Ayan's at first like, I didn't really see any. Yes, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I love it. Good for her. I can't even hold you. It's that. Like, she had to give credit where credit was due, and I like that. But it was a fun moment when she tried to pull a fast one. And while they're going through the tour, they go past what's going to be the potential nursery. I say potential very loosely because obviously we all know where they are in the stage of the game with that whole thing.
Wait, can you say hi to Auntie Bernice real quick and put her comment?
Sorry.
Hey, Auntie Bernice. This is the other one.
Bernice is trying to be that is so trying.
Coochie, it's the next one though. It's the next comment.
I know that tree alone is more mature. I gotta star this comment because That was a read.
That
was a read. That tree has more wisdom than he has in all of his lobes in his mind.
And together, their age don't even add up to the tree's age.
That part. That freaking part.
Okay, we're done. Let's go.
But yeah, y'all. So Ayan kind of picks up on the whole, baby debacle of it all. And when they go downstairs or whatever, she's like, so what about the baby? Because Yasmin told me she don't really think that you guys are, should have another baby. And of course, we know that Sergio really wants one. And she's like, if you don't get that, this ain't gonna work more than likely. And the reason why Yasmin doesn't want them to have another kid is because she was basically raised by nannies and she's out the house. So it's like, who gonna tend to the baby then? Because obviously that was not the ideal way in which Yasmin would have wanted to grow up, according to her. But of course, Stanbury, because this is kind of how she's always approached these situations, I feel like, and things that have come up in the past. She was very much like, that wasn't even the case. That I was a working mom. I had 87 employees at that point. We had time to spend on the weekends. Like, what do you want me to do? Kiss my dreams goodbye? I wouldn't tell you to do that when you have a child. So, and Sergio was like, yeah, I don't remember his exact words, but I know he said something along the lines of like, she can't make up her mom's decision. Like, at some point, no, like her mom needs to do what she wants.
Pretty much run her mom's life is basically exactly. Like.
But he looking forward to the baby, y'all. He looking forward. He's all gas and no brakes on that baby topic. He thinks they're gonna have a fun baby, and I guess we'll just have to see. Only time will tell.
So revelations, like I was saying, the revelation and the unraveling, when they're simultaneously happening, this was one of those moments, y'all, where we find out Stanbury, it's nothing new. Just want to reiterate when I said this earlier, that Stanbury already is not on the same page with her husband. She's nothing but getting older, like her money. And Sergio is double hockey sticks bent on having his kid, right? So we already see the dynamic of that and how it's unraveling, and the fact that they can't do surrogacy in Dubai, y'all. There's no surrogacy; it's against the law. Like, so they gotta, if they get a surrogate, they would have to leave their country to go be with the person that's having the baby. And in this, and I don't mean to be jumping around because it's still gonna tie into my point. I just, that's in itself is a whole nother ball game. Even if she said yes, that's a whole nother dynamic. She's just not moving into her house. So there's a lot going on with that, especially because Sergio is ready tomorrow. He ready.
He's ready.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, not tomorrow. He's ready yesterday. It's what you saw me go back. I was going back.
Oh, yeah.
He's ready yesterday. He's ready, and so it's like watching paint dry. You watching him like we're watching like the demise, a slow demise of them, because literally this can't go on, people. Like it's not that he deserved better, but he really deserves
this at the same time. This is not a situation of compromise. There's in relationships, friendship, in any type of relationship, there's certain things that you can compromise on, but there's also other things that there's no compromise. It's either my way or your way. Like, it's either y'all having a baby or you're not. Like, I don't know. I never heard of anybody being in a committed relationship and the one person being like, well, I want a baby, and the other person being like, well, I don't, and the other person's like, well, I'm just going to do it anyway, and then that person is on, like, the parent to the child, but then the other person is, it's not going to work. Like, there's no way around it.
Man, that part, and the fact that even with the nursery, the nursery is not even on the same floor as them. That's like disconnect. Disconnect. And then she said, well, all my children were like that. I said, you've been disconnected then, Buki. And you've been disconnected from because your mom literally took you, put you in a boarding house, and you did that. Then you turn around and go do this to get to of course advance your career, or maybe I thought the husband was well off. However, though, why would you in turn do your children like that? Excuse me. Why would you?
I mean, some people are less maternal than others, and I don't think that means that, like, by any means she regrets her kids or anything like that, y'all. We're not saying that, but I do think that the way that she approaches motherhood is already unique. Yes. So with that being said, something else that I feel like we should highlight is the fact that you should never force anybody to do something that they don't want to do, especially when it comes to like having a kid per se, because that's not talk about just wishing trauma and toxicity on a child. Like, that is just grounds for it to go completely horrible, if you ask me. When individuals have kids but don't really want them, like that comes out, like that doesn't just go away. So I think that also speaks to him being less than mature, because all I would have to hear is, I want to have a baby. Another person say, I don't, and I'm good. Like, you're never going to hear me bring it up again. I'm going to go about my life or whatever, and you go about your life, and it's going to be done right then and there. I would never try to force a child onto anybody, because it's only going to mess up the child. Like, it's only going to affect them.
Sergio doesn't read the room. He's not mature enough to read the room. But he definitely ain't gonna read the child and what is best for the child. He's too wrapped up in being good daddy before the baby, even before the sperm swim. Like, yes, this right here, he definitely has not even thought about his wife and really said, because we go to a part where he says he wants to see her belly big and all these, he wants those pictures. He wants to do, like, so he's wrapped up like how women are wrapped up in the fairy tale. I want to be married and I want to have a baby and I want to pick a fence and this bull crap. They're
not being realistic.
You can have that. But that's still the shell of what's really going on inside the house. Like, get your picket fence, get your marriage, get your the kids, and have the house and everything. And then when you get inside the house, holla at me at what's going on in there, because that's where it all goes down in there, right? So it's just so sad to see Sergio be wrapped up in a fantasy of being a father, instead of really looking at his wife like, wow. Wife, he's 46, you're going on 47. I know I keep pressuring you to have this baby now. I don't even know if that's even something we can do anymore. Like, you're just hell-bent on saying it to her. And that's why she's very irritated, like your little gnat in her ear. Like, she don't want to hear this.
Even in the future, when the child, if they wind up doing whatever, and I saw when I was a child and I look back on these shows, but my mom was on TV back in the day. Let me check these out. And I see this, I'm like, oh, well, why am I even here? Like, do you even want me? Like, that's just going to lead to a line of questioning that is just so many unanswered questions and just so much just avoidable stress that I feel like, and by no means am I saying he's wrong for what he wants. I think it is totally okay for him to want a child, want to be a hands-on father, want, this picture perfect reality or whatever. That's totally fine. Although, I mean, we all know that perfect is not reality. But anyway, it's okay for him to want this. But the issue is he's wanting it with the wrong person. And she's also needs to be real. And he shouldn't even moved into that house with her. She should have moved in by herself. And they should just went their separate ways. Because two things can't exist at the same time.
And you know what? I'm going to say one other point. I had a baby when my daughter was 17. I had my son. She's my oldest. He's my youngest. And I only had her, I was pregnant with my son when she was 17. I had him on her 18th birthday. So my oldest and my youngest are born on the same day. But let's go. The reason why I bring this up is because the whole time when my daughter was when I was pregnant, she was kind of mad. She's kind of salty. She was kind of like, oh, son, here you go. Like, I was like, what are you talking to? She's like, oh, you about to have another baby? What you doing? Like, I'm like, what you talking about? Who you talking to? And she like, hey, I'm just saying. And what she was like, what you had a baby on my birthday? I said, first of all, the baby is doing February. Forgetting that she was doing February too. And I willed her to be born on March 1st. I really wanted her to be born March 1st. She came March 1st. So when she said that, she's like, and why'd you have this baby on my birthday? I said, girl, please. And sure enough, she couldn't go to school on her 18th birthday. She had to stay home with my other kid.
Yeah.
And I had my baby. But now, who the first one and my twin, my brother, that's my it's like my little kid. Like, So they I just remember just bringing it back to 17-year-olds have 17-year-old minds and 17-year-old things to think of. So sometimes you should kind of think of them, and if they say things like she did, like literally out the horse's mouth, this is what happened to me, and who's gonna watch my brother or sister? Then you need to be listening, because that's some real tea. And she don't want hands-on nannies raising her brother or sister. That's too much.
Yeah.
At least the brain Stanbury.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And yeah, usually it is when there's a huge age gap in between your kids. Usually it's going to either come with A, what you just said, potentially, B, what Yasmin's saying. C, there's going to be a lot of potential things that might pop up when that pops up. I have an 8-year-old brother. And when that situation popped out, I'm not going to say I was fully like Yasmin, but I definitely was like, no, why is this happening? How old are you? Huh? Like I was very much apprehensive and less than happy. I will say that. Now obviously it's different, but I guess I can empathize a bit with how Yasmin's approaching it, and at least she isn't having her head in the clouds, and she isn't stuck in limbo, because I feel like honestly they're stuck in limbo. They're not really moving forward as a couple, because this is one of those situations for the umpteenth time that two things can't exist at the same time. So at least somebody in the general vicinity has some smarts about them, because honey, like, why it shouldn't take your 17-year-old child telling you something like this. You should be able to just know this on your own. Anyway,
for sure. Sorry, we dwelling a little bit. Sorry, I just had to get that off my chest though.
He should have. Honestly, that's the thing. I think like she seems so disconnected from so much stuff that I feel like she would honestly be okay with him being like, can I go just have a baby with somebody else and then we just co-parent? And she'd probably be like, oh, okay.
More than happy.
She'd be like, yes, oh my gosh. And that gets you off my back for a while. Human backpack. Yes, please. She seems like she would be totally okay with that. Which
I could definitely see that happening. Like, yeah, she's giving me that totally. And that probably would have been better for him. But we all can tell. We all got a crystal ball and can kind of tell what's gonna happen. Don't y'all think?
Yes, unless it can only end up being one way. Unless what they're doing right now is fake. It's either they're faking. So yeah, if it's real, then it can only lead to one outcome. Anyway, y'all.
Definitely know that it's not faking.
That's 16. Sorry we got on a tangent about that, but it's
getting to us, y'all.
It's like, what is going on? Two things can exist. Talene and Rafi and the kids are out feeding ducks, which I thought was really cute. And then now they're discussing having this baby, which we've heard a little bit about this in the past. But right here, right now, she lets him know that she dreamed about having a baby boy the previous night, although the baby had blue eyes, which she's like, oh, maybe your baby then, because we both got. Anyway, we know how genetics work. She was making a joke, y'all.
Right.
But he goes on to say, and I quote, because I wrote this down because I wanted to read it exactly how he said it.
Okay.
We have to have a third child. It has to be a boy. That's what I want, and we're going to do that. I hope.
He put the I hope at the end. He put the I hope at the end too.
Yeah, the I hope was at the end, but
no, he's funny. No, that's funny. We eat like the man did whoop whoop whoop, and then put the I hope at the end. Like
that's 4 demands, and then the I hope.
And then but I hope though at the end. No, brother. See, this is what we not gonna do. We not gonna do that to the wives. I mean to this. I just thought about something.
What?
Now, are they Celine and them? They're not from there, huh? No, they moved there. I'm gonna say, because wait a minute, because we find out
he graduated when he graduated college or whatever. He went over there to get into the family business.
No, because the reason why I say that because what
she's like from Virginia or something, right?
But isn't one somewhere in the episode they said that the women keep their maiden last name because it's the family their father.
Sara said that Talene is she's not Turkish. Talene is I can't remember right now.
Yeah, but so it's two different. I mean, we're talking about two. I mean, that's why I said I was about to say it's different. He already got daughters. They're gonna carry the last name, but he needs the heir. Like he was saying, he thinks he's Prince. He wants a Prince Hakeem, and so it's like, bruh. Say we don't get a girl. I mean, we get another girl. Then what?
Last week I know I made mention of thanks to science, we can kind of aid in doing that now, but I feel like looking back on it, I shouldn't even give him that much grace because this sentence pissed me off. Yeah, it really pissed me off. And even when she went on to say, she didn't get into detail about it, but I don't know if you caught when she was like, pregnancy for me hasn't always been the easiest or something along those lines. She just got her body where she wants it and stuff. And not only is he pressuring her, but his family, get out of my face. Your family will get cussed out.
Your mama telling me what positions to be in to get a boy.
And I get it's a cultural thing, y'all. Obviously there's cultural differences here. So I would obviously, if I was of their culture, maybe I would think about this differently, but I'm not. So no, I genuinely don't think that anybody on this planet should have to deal with being pressured by everybody and their mother about what
literally,
and not even just the process of creating said baby, but then I'm going to be the sole provider for said baby because again, it was cute and funny last week or whatever when he didn't know where the kids' shoes were or whatever, but no, now she's starting to kind of reveal more where it's like he really don't be helping as much as she would like him to at times already. Mm-hmm. She's already stretched thin, and now you're trying to throw another baby onto me, like when I already have all these things I just said. Like, talk about consideration. It is missing this episode. It's missing over there apparently.
Compromise. There's no compromise in it. It's just like this is what it is. This is what I'm.
Him and Sergio need to get married. How about that?
I was just gonna say because Sergio last week tried to let his little sack hang. I'm the man of the house. It's like, well, you're in Michael's house, bro. What you talking?
So he already has having an identity crisis. So yes. All get married. Figure out what you need to figure out. All the logistics of everything. Have a baby. And that sounds like a good resolution to me. Maybe he'll be like kind of sporty too, because Sergio, he plays soccer, right? So perfect. He can get on the family business as well. There's your heir. I would have told his the only way we can have a boy is if I sleep with someone else. Genetics you can to make the girl. Yeah, exactly. So stop picking ropes. Stop picking the one. Pick what you want then.
Yes.
You had your chances. Oh well. Anyway, moving on, y'all, because this is so that once we got off the subject of babies with them, actually, as soon as I said that, I thought about something else. And then him saying that that Gigi was self-sufficient, like because she could she's out of diapers. Are you delusional?
Is she so she can watch her little sister?
She drives herself to daycare. She feeds a little sister.
Yeah, she can
cook meals. She cooks for the whole family.
Right. Okay.
She clothes.
Yeah, that's giving the kind of husband you are. I'm kind of scared.
Yeah,
like I'm a little nervous.
Turn into, if she's gonna stick around, he's gonna turn into who's somebody that started off. Ooh, who's a husband that started off cool and then revealed themselves to be ain't ish. Can't think. Y'all get back to me with that. We gotta cut. We gotta cut.
I'm playing. Yeah.
Because where's my
you at? Damn it! I'm just
that he should have never been anyone's husband. First of all, let's say that he shouldn't have even been able to part. Anyway,
I don't know. This must be. Can't take it Wednesday because I don't know. It's something about today. We are
on. We are like really on one. I don't know. Maybe it was the conversation this morning. I don't know.
Probably was.
But okay, finally off the babies, y'all. But then they segue on over to the Queen's dinner. We know how all of what went down at the Queen's dinner. Lesa, she went in attack mode. But at this time, Talene has decided to let it go. You know, it was just a Lesa in the moment thing.
That's the comment right there. Auntie Bernice, last comment.
Are you sure though? Because I feel like he started off bad from the get-go. Or do we like him at first? I guess we did.
We kind of liked him at first. We was like, oh, he's kind of nice. And every time he was like, wait a minute.
It got worse and worse.
Oh, especially when he said I shouldn't have gave you this dinner. I should have gave you a lunch. Wait, what?
No, it was what is in Tampa for me? I'm still trying to figure out what's in Tampa because anyway, like
good one, Auntie Bernice. Thank you. We love you.
Thank you.
Simon says it's not really a house.
Nobody's husband.
He's not a house anything. Okay.
He wants to be. Like, that's the crazy part. But yeah, Talene is telling him how Lesa full on attack mode. She decided to let it go though. However, once 2 a.m. rolled around, she got a call from none other than Brooks. And Brooks told her that Stanbury.
Oh, wait, hold on. I mean, keep that. I mean, you can keep talking. I'll be right back. I'll keep talking though. Go ahead. Go.
Brooks told her that Stanbury told Lesa. This is where the telephone comes in, y'all. Stanbury told Lesa she didn't know why Talene pulled her away from the table. They're not even close like that. And like, don't you get Stanbury doesn't like you, girl? That's what Brooks was probably saying, right? And then we have Talene. Then she calls Stanbury to figure out what's up. So she's like, girl, Brooks told me that you said whoop wop wop and the other thing. So then Stanbury's like, okay, didn't say that, but I am appreciative.
It's a phone. Y'all can't see because my green screen.
Don't you get Stanbury doesn't like you? Then we got Talene over here. Well, that's what Brooks told me that you said. Well, I'm just appreciative that you even called me to tell me that, but I never said that like at all. So then Stanbury calls Lesa and she's like, what is this I'm hearing that you said this person said this person, whatever. And then Brooks is over here like, I just repeated what she said that you said. But I'm just being a good friend. So conversation went somewhere along those lines.
A mess.
All over the place. But what I did pick up on was when Lesa said, I think I wrote it down. She said, but what I did tell Brooks is that Stanbury was confused as to why Talene needed her to pull to the side. So now Lisa's also kind of been implicated in this as well, because if that's true, Lisa, why did you just say that then? Then that would either mean Stanbury's lying or you're also just straight up lying. Do you feel like Lisa was telling the truth in saying that Brooks told her Stanbury was confused why she pulled it aside?
I two things can be true. Remember, that's the saying, right? Two things can be true at the same time. I feel like that may have came up. That may have came up, but in which it's in the way it's been taken. Because the only reason why I say this because Brooks is so saying it with conviction that this is what was said. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say they said it. Okay, we're gonna say they said it. Did they say it in the manner that the way you're delivering it? Because you are the one that is jealous that Stanbury is friends with the other girls now. We keep going back to that, and you keep saying it's not that, but it's looking like that to me. So for me, I still think that maybe she did say it. Maybe because Stanbury was kind of taken aback when she asked her, "Can we talk to the side?" She didn't know what they was going to talk about. She didn't know she was bringing her over there to talk about Sergio. So there could have been a conversation, or somebody said that to her. I don't know why she had brought me over there, or why was going over there. But the way Brooks made it sound the same way when she found out that Talene busted far and wide and let everybody see her everything. It was the same thing, except for it was like, oh, I tripped and fell. I tripped and fell. My behind was out. It was an accident. It wasn't like I was dancing and I just busted it out open for everybody. It was literally I fell and my stuff opened up. And Lisa went back and told it. And when she told it was in a weird way. I think she's a weird way telling things. Like, not even a pot stirrer. It's like you perceive things your way. And when the way she perceives it, I guess is the way she tells it.
Yeah, and the whole BITCHG of it all last week was like she was the only person in that reality. I felt like that was weird, the way that she perceived that. Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying it's the way she perceives things. It's a little off. So I don't know if I don't know what to say about Brooks in that moment because I'm trying not to not like her as much as I don't like her because I'm like, girl, it got to be something. We're digging. I'm trying to find out.
It's episode 5. Start pulling the gloves off now.
Yeah, because we should be finding out like that. Oh, that's what it is. She has mother issues. She has father issues. She was abandoned like Stanbury's, not abandoned, but went to boarding school. And there's issue. We don't know. We haven't found the connection on why she is the way she is, and that's the problem with me about Brooks right now. She's literally taking things in the way she perceives it. She believes it because she's saying it with convictions to the people she's talking to. And they're looking at her like, but that's not even what was said. Oh, really? And then she gets defensive. Oh, really? Like, oh, you were there? Oh, so, okay. It's like, calm down. 1, 2. It's okay if that's the way you perceived it. But then if I go to the horse's mouth and the horse's mouth tells me that's not what I said or how I meant it, then and I go find out and I come back and tell you, man, look, I don't know you had said this, that, but this is how it really happened because I went and talked to the person that said it and this is how she said it. Then you're supposed to be like, oh, my bad, because I thought she was like, that's how you're supposed to take accountability and then say, my apologies, I didn't mean to do it, whatever it is. You don't do that. You actually double down, even in the wrong, and be like, okay, well, that's what it is. And you blow things off too fast. And I feel like that's an act that, oh, I don't need you. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, Brooks. And we'll get to that too. So, but Lisa was being a needy, nosy, insecure brat. You don't need to know everything. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Now that's a real because that's how I felt. I'm like, Lisa, what is wrong with you? Are you trying to get camera time? because you don't have to. You're a pretty girl, and your businesses and you being a micromanager, all that stuff. We'll watch you do that. Don't do that to the group. Like, we don't need that.
Right. Shout out to the 31 people watching on Twitter. Y'all definitely come over here and subscribe to me and my good sis California Cuties channels. Please come on over here. Join the chat. We love to hear from you. But shout out to y'all.
Yes, shout out to y'all.
Brooks Dominique Devereaux is taking down Alexis Colby Stanbury, and she's going to usually has to do it. Somebody was looking at Dynasty rerun. I'm done. I'm about to add that to my comfort shows to fall asleep on. So thanks for bringing that up, Auntie Bernice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just got so confusing. I was like, okay, I feel like at least two, I don't know, something's telling me that at least two people are lying in that whole thing. And for some reason, I mean, obviously I'm saying Brooks. And and I don't know, I guess I'm still kind of side-eyeing Lesa after last week, which sucks to say because how we started off this season. But I don't know. I have to give that to her then. I'm gonna say that she must be the other person lying too, because it's just too messy of a situation based off of something that wasn't even that big of a deal. Because like Auntie Bernice said, go sit down. Like, that wasn't even that big of a deal last week. Like, so people just feel so entitled to know every little thing about everybody around them. And that's not how the world works. Sorry.
And are you filling people in on details about your life and what you're doing every second of the moment of the day? Like, because if you were, then you wouldn't have time to ask me what I'm doing, because you'd be telling me all your business.
Or another thing is in Brooks's case. Wait, Brooks's case, or was I gonna say Lesa?
Sorry, y'all, I had to come get a fan at my room.
I think I wrote it down. Hold on. You're so worried about what everybody else is going on, and then in Brooks's case, she's so trying to just dictate all of her friendships and what they do and how they should feel. Like, both of them need to go to a personal development retreat. Just
together. Look, together.
They need to, like when they make people wear the big pants and just like walk around with each other,
all
like
together.
I don't know. For some reason, I just want to put them in a big pair of pants and let them figure it out. Help each other.
Those are so good to watch when they do those on camera. You be like, you doing this the wrong way. You can literally talk to each other and get it right, but you just not. You look stupid and falling over. I love those things.
Hey, Kevin.
Welcome back.
Through. Oh, and as a question for you.
I'm from Inglewood.
I'm like you answer, but yeah.
From Inglewood. That's why I put the 310 whisper on there.
But yeah, it was just so weird to have all of this spill out from a situation that wasn't that big of a deal, in my opinion. But in the end, Rafi tells her that she's you guys have been good friends. So tell her, as a good friend, I'm requesting you to stop, doing this. And he also tells her to choose her words wisely, because as we just said, y'all, and broke it down for y'all, Brooks at times, we know how things can go with her. So hopefully Lesa, hopefully Talene goes into it the best she can. Moving on to Lesa, we get this quick little moment with her at a photo shoot for her brand, which is called Mina Rowe, right? And she lets us know, once again, they've been doing so well. They're good with the CFO, aka her husband, Rich. And because of that, she is deciding to launch a skincare brand as well to accompany the clothing and stuff, right? And the skincare brand is aimed at preventing and reducing the signs of stretch marks or whatever. And she also said something about a lip balm, I heard, that can be rubbed on the nipples. I thought that was cool.
It is cool.
It was a genius thing, because I do know that like they get like chafed and stuff and all that. So I think she's really doing a great thing and putting out some great products. If she doesn't continue to make me upset, I might think about in the future when I decide to embark on that journey, maybe I'll try your products out then, Lesa. But you gotta stop upsetting me. Anyway. But yeah, she just does like a little photo shoot and stuff. And she's like, you know, I have a whole team, but it is really hard for me to relinquish like the control of everything, because my brand at the end of the day, it's my fourth baby. It's my girl that I never got. Like this is so sacred to her. So I definitely understood that. And that's something that kind of resonated with me, because I'm just like, okay, at one, you know, speaking things into existence, right, y'all? Like one day I would love to have a team, you know, and I can understand where it's like, okay, you get so used to doing everything yourself. You go so used to, you know, knowing exactly how you want things and whatnot, and to just put your full trust in another individual to bring your vision to life can be very difficult for people that are used to just having that level of control. So that's something that I definitely can empathize with her on, which is nice to feel that way, because again, I wasn't really seeing it for her after last week, if I could be 1,000% honest with y'all.
Agreed. I agree with you on that. It is refreshing to see her love her job, have so much passion for what she likes, and that's the way your business works. Like if you look at it, most of the people in business that's doing beauty brands, they love their products, they believe in their products, they really love their products. So it's really good to see her, you know that she had a baby, and the fact that those underwear has something in it to help with stretch marks or something she was marketing. I was like, look, check this out, girl. You better use that thinking cap of yours, stay out of people's business and stay in your business and make your business as successful as you can. And Kevin, I went to Inglewood High School. Went to Inglewood High School with Mac 10. So catch that T. I know Mac 10 before he was Mac 10. And not like he's like super big or nothing, but yeah, me and Mac, we go way back. But yeah, I want her to stay in that. I want her to stay in that bag. I want her to stay right there. And I don't want her to overdo it either. And she might need to go talk to Brooks and show Brooks how to manage the business and home life together so that she doesn't stress herself out.
Yeah. Big pants. They can learn a lot from one another in that regard right there. See, they got more in common than they thought. And maybe that's what actually we forgot what we thought about last week. They actually have been hanging out apparently. So hopefully it works for her. And then
right.
But yeah, it is. I love seeing the housewives in their element, doing their thing, like, you know, being, you know, bosses and all that. I love seeing that. So I am glad that we got a bit of that in this episode. Okay, this next scene, I feel like we're going to spend a bit of time on. So don't forget to like the video, y'all, on both channels.
Please. And thank you. And Dorsey Don's in the building. My husband went to Dorsey, almost went to Dorsey. And I love Dorsey because we both, our schools wear green and white. So you all good with me, Kev. All right, go ahead.
So fun. Gosh, like, I guess because California is such a big state in comparison to Jersey, like, it's just crazy. It's a big state, but it's also a small state at the same time. It's crazy.
It is.
So this next scene, y'all, how do you pronounce his name? Akin.
No,
Akin. Hard for me.
It's like my son's name has, like, I call my son, it's McKin.
Oh, I'm gonna remember it now.
Yeah, that's how I think. That's how I think of it. I think about my son, how he goes by Kins, and so I say, oh, like Ken.
Okay.
Now you won't forget. It'll be like. Yeah,
I don't know what I want to say. Akeem or Keem.
It looks like a keen or a kind, or it looks different. I like it though. I like it. It fits in.
I want to say Aiken. I don't know why.
That's what I think, because you want to look at Akon's name. Aiken.
No, I know a lot of people that like last name kind of back home, I guess. So maybe that's why I want
that looks like that last name. I mean, that name spelled like that.
Well, I mean, I know some Aikens, and then I know some people that pronounce it Akin. So I guess maybe that's why
you keep flip flopping on what you want to say
or whatever. Yeah. Y'all don't mind me. No. Anyway, so in this scene, we meet him. And we see them all go to a coffee shop, a really nice coffee shop, might I add. But you're probably wondering who's them? Him, Sara, and her son, Maktoum.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So him, freaking Sara and her son, one big happy family. They go to a really nice coffee shop, and we also find out that he spent some quality time babysitting her son also during this visit.
Getting to know him. I gotta say babysit.
We're gonna, as you guys can tell, we're gonna talk about this. So they went to 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 gas stations to get a slushie, and then they played basketball after. So it did sound nice, right? Okay, but Sarah's whole thing is she's at the point where it's either make or break. It's either we locking this in and going to the next level with this, or we're remaining in the friend zone. And also I wanted to kind of use this as a slight like pre-test to see how he is with my son. That's kind of what Sara was doing with this. But at the same time, that can be a slippery slope, because it's important for them to get along. It's important for him to give me, my son, to give me feedback. But on the other hand, if he grows attached to him and then we don't work out, that's a recipe for disaster, right? Mm-hmm. So they're kind of talking about the day and everything, and don't children just say the darndest things. He looks over at him. The son's like, "What are you gonna be, my dad or stepdad?" And Sarah's like, "I wish I had. Do I have? I don't think I do. I thought I had horror movie music. I need to get some. Anyway,
no, you need to get
like,
you don't do that, or you get want to get away."
Yeah. In this moment, she was very much cringing. She said, "I'm sorry. I apologize. Like, I don't know where that came from." She plays it off, of course. And she also, I forget, she asked him something after that. I don't remember. But Maktoum, he's like, "I think he's going to be a great stepdad. He has a 10-pack. Like, I think he's going to be, really, really good at this." And I think I skipped over it, but in the beginning, he was calling him the caramel man. And then he said caramel production. And I was like, am I going to stay here and lie to you guys? No. Did I laugh a little bit? Yes. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, was I very much like, like, was it also a pained laugh at some points? Yes, it was. But I'm gonna let you go first. Or should we? We'll open up with Antipanis's comment.
Okay, go ahead.
Not have brought her son after she cements the relationship with him and everything is cool. Then you introduce him to the son. Go ahead.
And in that order, okay, in that order, let's go. Couple of things I was thinking. The reason why it took me a long pause is because I was thinking about the fact that later on in the episode, there's going to be another scene with Mr. Carmel, and there's some things going to happen. We're going to discuss them, but it was like I feel like now in that scene, bringing this scene, I feel like she might have been telling the son she's saying she's sorry and stuff. And at first I thought, oh, that's cute because it's just how he feels. But I'm thinking she's always talking to the son. Maybe she kind of probes him to make him like him more, or figure some things out, or even ask certain questions or say certain things to get a rise out of him or see what he would say. That's why she's apologizing, but not in a way like, I can't think of her how to say her son's name, but maybe, yeah, Maktoum. It's like I don't know if she's saying it in a way to where he just gets it, so that's how he's able to ask those questions. And when she's like apologizing, he's not like, no, but mommy, that's what you said. That happens to mothers or parents. Like, but no, mommy, you said that. Like,
she probably said Caramel Man first, or Caramel Selection.
That's what I was.
He's very sharp little boy, but at the same time he said that, and I was like, okay, either he's too sharp, or where did that come from? Wait, what?
That's what I'm getting at. Like, are you talking to him in this way? So that's the way he feels, and that's why he's able to. It's just coming across how that's how you talk to him, and that he's just conveying how he talks to her. Because I that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh my God, I hope she did not do this. Oh, and to Auntie Bernice's point, she should have just did it the other way around. Make sure you guys are on the same page, and even if he was going to just be your friend, let's go into it knowing like this is my friend, la da da da. And if that's even if you would have even introduced your son to him, if y'all was only going to be friends, So yeah, she doing too much, and the son calling him Caramel Man. It was, he is caramel. So I mean, it worked out. And then the fact that he said, I kind of like it. I said,
yeah,
he like it
because he's been I'm not gonna say he's been asking or nothing like that, but obviously this has been a topic in the household. This is like a area in the household that has like a blank space or whatever. So she should have known that, like, especially at his age, like this is going to affect him in one way or the other, and hopefully it's positive. I hope it is, but I do think, and even given their relationship and how close they are and stuff like that, like it is going to obviously impact him in certain ways. And I just think that she should have been very, 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 very more careful than I think she already is in this instance, because it's like we already heard from him. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. In like the first or second episode, right? When they were talking about, when they sat down the first time to talk about this or whatever. And he was like, thinking like all guys are bad because they treated you bad and stuff like that. He's already been affected by this in the past. So I would just think that she would be even more careful about how she approaches it in the future. And I'm not saying she was being careless in this point, but I do feel like she maybe didn't weigh all of the potential outcomes. I don't think she did. Like how we're talking about it right now, I'm like, did you take into account all these things? Because at the end of the day, yeah, you might get out of the relationship. It might just be like, friends for you or whatever, but he's more than likely going to gain some type of attachment, even if it's a friend attachment, because like he said, he wanted to play basketball or whatever. Like there's nobody there to, not saying she doesn't. And I'm not saying that's just strictly reserved for men, y'all. That's not what I'm saying. But I feel like he already kind of maybe longs for that type of relationship and that figure in his life already potentially. So he might even get attached, like even if they do just stay friends. Like she just needs to be very careful of who she introduces him to, because he might get attached.
You know what I was thinking about? Maybe she didn't do it in the wrong order. Maybe she needed to see them interact to even see that he is potential to be her boyfriend. Because literally, let's say they become boyfriend and girlfriend, and then she introduces the son. He don't really get along with the son. Wait, what?
Then you're like, odd place.
You're like,
too. There's a sweet spot there, y'all, and we can't give you the answer as to when that time is. You just really got to use your own intuition. I don't think you should wait 8 years. I don't think that. Like, I don't think it should be any crazy amount of time, like the day before the wedding or something. Because of what you just said, because I have seen it go left that way too, where the people waited too long. But we're just saying, like, she's not even calling a relationship yet. So it's just like, are you sure, Sarah, you're going about this the West way? Auntie Bernice says Sarah is having adult conversations with her son like he's an adult. He's a child with his own expectations and fears. And also, and I'm not trying to like put this on saying that, oh, because I'm a woman, I just think that I know everything and I'm just the most mature or anything like that. But we know that, and we actually were talking about this before we got on live, right? That, you know, we all mature and, you know, reach different points at different times. And, you know, I'll tell you right now that my husband surprises me every other day sometimes with certain stuff. Anyway, but with that being said, it's just like maybe Sarah is assuming at the same time that he's more mature or able to handle more than he really is too. Maybe at her age, she might have been able to handle this, or she thought, you know, she came to these conclusions during her adolescence. So she just kind of makes that assumption that, oh yeah, he can handle this. We could talk about this or whatever. But I do think that there's a such thing as exposing your child to like too much soon. Just like on the flip side, you don't expose them to enough, and then when they leave the house at 18, go to college, on the roof getting expelled 2 weeks in. So there's a sweet spot with that as well.
I agree with all of it.
Yes, you can say the boys traumatized from relationships with the men. Yes, so you need to be even introduce them.
I don't think she should have introduced them at this point in time, at this juncture. Not in the way, especially because I don't know. She did say this is my friend, and she kept saying it to him.
That little boy's not stupid.
He can look at her just like everybody else is looking at her like, no, you attracted to this.
He knows why people hang out sometimes. Like, not saying that men and women cannot be friends or anything like that, y'all. I'm not saying that, but I'm just gonna leave it at that, y'all. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And yes, Auntie Bernice is 100% right. And also, last thing, this is happening on TV too, so that adds a whole other layer as well. It's just weird. It's just weird. I was trying not to be so judgmental when I first realized what we were doing as soon as the scene opened, but I would be lying if I didn't say everything I just said, y'all. This was a slippery slope.
Yeah, it's weird. It definitely was weird.
Yeah. Moving on, y'all. Ramadan. It is the month of Ramadan, and it's the first day at this point. So Saba, Brooks, and Ayan and Sara, they all are meeting up to break their fast and everything. And of course, homeboy's still in town, so he's coming along too. And when they walk into, and I forgot to bring up the pictures, y'all. So when Sara and Akin walk in, literally Ayan's face was like,
she was like,
oh, I keep going to the wrong pictures. I need to delete those. Sorry. It was more like this. She was like, wow.
Oh, big boy.
They were all very much like, wow, like, okay, giraffe man.
Brooks looking like, I will eat him alive. And
I feel like yeah.
And Ayan is giving him a look of endearment, like, you're gorgeous like me.
Literally, that's exactly
it's me.
That's exactly how I see it, y'all. So they were like mesmerized in their own ways or whatever.
That was
everyone's like, wow, what a good looking couple. And yeah, Ayan literally is like, you are a good looking man. And Sara, she's like, oh, well, he's a model. Go figure. Like, get this. And I was like, oh my, see, aha, I knew I could spot one, which I did think that was a funny part. Yes. We also find out that he's Muslim. And we also find out that, let me put our background up. What am I doing? We find out that Ayan is also, or she was born, she's brought up Muslim. I didn't know that. Did we know that?
I didn't know that. I didn't hear that part, and I didn't want to go back because I knew I missed something right there. Is that what she said? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Oh, I meant to bring. Maybe I'll do it at the end. I meant to bring up who the actor was that.
Oh yeah, because I don't know who that is.
I'm gonna bring him up, and I feel like if you are really here with me, you'll definitely be like, yeah, I could totally see him and Sara together. I looked him up. I'll bring it up later. So Sara also, I appreciated her educating us on Ramadan and the practices involved during that month, because this is Sara's role on the cast. We've talked about this before. And so they eat and everything, and directly following them eating, the line of questioning ensues. So everybody's asking him different questions and stuff. And Sara, though, she doesn't have any issue with it. And that's what makes me believe that everything that we've been saying about her is right, because she was totally okay with that. She knew her girls had her back. And Brooks, she also started to kind of like look at them like, wow, this is what I want, for me and my son and stuff. And I guess this is, Brooks definitely wants to be in a committed relationship any one of these days. So who knows? Hopefully he got a friend or a brother or somebody. Who knows? And then after their line of questioning, they start to talk about the other night, and mainly Lesa, I want to say. They start talking about Lesa and how she just snapped, and they don't know like what's going on with her, but clearly must be something going on because she's snapping and she seems to be stressed out. And I think it was Ayan who was like, you guys should just go ask her directly, because that's my best friend and I just feel really uncomfortable. She just, she has 3 kids. She's just overwhelmed or whatever, but you need to just go ask her for more information on that. So how'd you feel about that scene?
I appreciate Ayan for saying that really, that you're not a really two-faced person, or if you do it in the moment, I feel like that's like coaching in a moment or correcting something that needs to be said. Y'all can feel how you feel, but if you start disrespecting, I'm here to tell you, this is what I feel like Ayan was telling them. Like, tread lightly, because if you get out of pocket and talk about my friend at this table, I'm going to flip the table. So if I were y'all, not like, no, I don't mean it like that. I mean it like she going to check you. And in this moment, we know she will. In this moment, we know she will.
Just like, it's not even, they didn't even say anything bad. But okay.
No, but she knows that.
She knows that we're on a show right now. I get it.
No, that's not what I was going to say. She knows that they start, and it's a domino effect. It will, until it gets to the person that don't like her the most. Or in this,
make a moment because we're on a show. And I'm not about to give you that on this camera. Like, that's not going to happen. That's my friend.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Friendship. And you thought you were about to. And I like how she did it in a cute way too, instead of being like, listen. Because then we would have been really looking at her weird, like, girl, why are you freaking out? Like, we're just asking you a simple question. But she's like, I know what you're asking me, and I'm not even about to react that way or give you that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Auntie Bernice. Don't ask my neighbor. Oh, come to me. Well, that reminded me of my mommy. Don't be afraid. Hey. I can't sing, but because I'm more of a dancer. But don't matter. I know what song you're talking about. That's the emotions, baby.
Oh, here he is. Let me share my screen real quick, y'all, and show you.
Yes, please let me see Cutie Pie. That they was like, because Brooks was like, oh yeah, she got good takes. Oh, Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay, she's a woman after my own heart.
Like, are you surprised? Like, I instantly saw him and was like, yep, I can see it.
Nah. Because she's a really pretty lady, and yeah, I can see that she likes to look at pretty things. He's a Dolce and a Gabbana. Wait, or no, just I was going to say he's a model because he looks like a model. He's fine. He's an actor though, right?
Let me see if he has a model. He has to have a model in there. Yeah, and singer, but
Michelle. His name is Michelle. Michelle Maroney.
Michelle, or maybe I get or might I don't know. Like, yeah, however you say
it. It's Michelle. Or unless it's Mitchell.
Yeah, it was Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Yeah, he's from Italy. He's Italian.
Oh, he looks every bit of that. He is a cutie pie. Yeah, girl. Go on, girl. But Carmel's cute too.
I'm here for it. Okay.
Thank you for bringing him up because I heard the name, but they said it so fast. I was like, I was like, it must be one of those names that I'm not going to catch it. I would have to pull my closed caption up so I can read it, and I wasn't about to do all that. I was going to get through it.
I instantly looked at it because I'm nosy, and instantly wasn't surprised.
Not at all.
Like, not even a little bit. But
sheesh.
But yeah, y'all. That scene. I knew that the ladies were going to do the whole questioning thing. I knew that they were going to, have whatever they wanted to say and all of that. And I knew that Sara was not going to have an issue with it. So nothing in that scene surprised me. The thing I mainly appreciated the most in that scene was, well, one, Sara looked really pretty. They all looked really nice, but I felt like Sara looked really pretty in this yellow.
Man.
I mean, he's attractive. I'm not going to say he's not attractive or anything like that.
Yeah.
The other guy's more attractive. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's not my type.
But you know what? He is like a young Boris, though. I mean, he's half German and half American.
I can see it.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's a Boris Kojo type, just a cutie pie. And I would love to know how tall he is. He looks, he's a. And when he took that shirt off, I was like, oh, the dips. Well, the six pack is fine, but it's the dips that was going. I was like, okay, I don't want to be looking at somebody else's man, and I got my own husband. But oh my eyes work, y'all. They do work.
I'm gonna just move.
I don't even gotta fan myself.
Yeah, no, not mad at it at all. Trust me, I got eyes too. Next up, y'all, we get this one-on-one with Talene and Brooks.
Ooh, we're gonna start getting juicy.
Actually, y'all. Hey, if you guys are watching from Twitter, come on.
Y'all thought y'all was slick. Y'all thought y'all was slick. You gave y'all 18 minutes longer. Y'all thought y'all
give you extra time, but y'all come on over here to YouTube. It is BarbMeetsWorld on YouTube. Come on over here and join the chat. But we're gonna get up.
Say hello. Come say hello to California Cutie. Y'all in Barb's Twitter chat. Come say hi to California Cutie if you can. If you care to. You don't have to. Just saying.
But we would love to have y'all on over here. So yeah, y'all. Talene and Brooks, though, we get this sit down and nothing came of it. I'm sorry, nothing came of it. No, I'm sorry, nothing came of it.
No, I was reading Auntie Bernice's comment. I was responding. No, I was reacting, not responding.
Oh, excuse me.
That's what I was. I'm sorry. I used to be like literally in love with Boris Kojo, like literally. Oh my God, I used to be so in love with Boris Kojo. He kind of reminded me of my older kid's father. But oh my God, but I used to buy the Vibe magazine strictly for him, not for the Vibe magazine. I bought it for the Calvin Klein ads because he was either doing the sunglasses or he had the Calvin Klein underwear on, or some Speedos or something like that. And let me tell you, Auntie Bernice, let me tell you this real quick story, y'all. Story time with Cutie real quick. One night I was at a club and I'm in line and I walk up and Boris is in front of me. Boris, you are not in front of me, and I'm in love with you, and I've been in love with you before I knew your name because I was only buying the Vibe magazine. Let me tell you, the first time he was on TV was on the Steve Harvey show. First time I ever seen him was on the Steve Harvey show where he was the principal or the teacher, where he was a teacher. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that show. He was the waterman. He was going out with the one that Steve Harvey really liked, Wendy Raquel. He went out with her, or she was gaga over him. He was the water boy. He went in there. So when he came on the screen, I was like, that's my man. That's my man. I got to see what's the credits going to say. What is his name? And it said Boris Kojo. I didn't know what Kojo meant. I didn't even know how to say his name. I just knew Boris. The reason why I knew Boris, because my mom's name is Doris. Okay. And my mom's twin name is Norris. So I was like, I will never forget Boris because it runs my mama's name and my auntie name. So, okay, that's that story. But getting back to, he was in front of me. I'm trying to pull it together. I was married. No, I wasn't married, but I was with my husband. So that's the only reason why I didn't like really try to talk to Boris, or I would have. I'm that girl. I'm that girl. I don't even wait on no dude. I don't wait on dudes. If I like you, I'm going to tell you, or I'm coming to come talk to you. But anyway, Boris is in front of me, and I don't know what to do with myself. So I don't do nothing. I let him go in the club. I don't do nothing then. You know, I feel like I patted him on his butt and looked back like, who did that? I think like the line kind of got. I did that, but that wasn't my contact. So we're in the club. It's like a lounge. It's like a restaurant and they got a dance floor. So it's like a little thing you go around. So me and my girlfriend are standing here talking in the restaurant part of it. Boris walks in between the two of us. Oh no, you playing with Cutie too much. You playing with Cutie too damn much. So he walked by. This time I grabbed his hand. And he kept walking, but you know how your hand lingers until your arms stretch out to you. And he just like gave me the hi, and I just gave him the hi because I was just like, boy, if I wasn't married or on my way to being married, boy, and I don't even think, I didn't know, he probably was dating Nicole at the time. I don't know, but they probably was dating. And my husband think I look like Nicole, his wife, which is funny. He's like, you put me in a minor. But anyway, that was our thing, and I let him go. And he was going to go talk to another lady, so I didn't mess with him no more. But that's my Boris Kojo story. Go ahead. Yeah, we met Tyson Beckford too, but that's for another time. We'll do that another time. But yes, Boris Kojo. I was so happy. I got to touch his hand. That's when he was still fine. He still had hair. It wasn't the bald coach. It wasn't the old Boris. This was still young Boris. I was like 28.
Excuse me.
Okay, go back to them.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay. So going back to Lean and Brooks.
Yes.
After they briefly check in with one another, y'all. It's all cute in the beginning. They greet each other or whatever, and then Talene starts to make mention of how Brooks is looking rather thin. Like, she's looking super thin, which, of course, as a friend, is concerning to her. And Brooks is like, well, of course I look thin. I have 2 kids now, my biological son, and then I also have...
That's what I said.
Stop it.
Ooh, child. I got stories. I'm gonna get them out. I'm gonna get them on my page. I'm gonna hit the little 15-20 minute one. Boom. There you go. There goes a story for you. But go ahead. We don't want to talk about boys.
Stop it. Okay. Now I lost my train of thought. So yes, this is concerning for her because this is her friend. So she needs to know what's up. Brooks is like, I got 2 kids. I got my biological son at birth, and then I also have Glass House now. So that'll do it. So after that, Talene finally discusses what she really wants to talk about, what's really on her mind, which is, you you tend to instigate things. And just
no, wait, what? Huh? What you say? That's how Brooks was like. I mean, Celine literally said it, and Brooks got defensive. I mean, I don't think she finished the sentence before she was like, "What?"
Which is what her husband was bringing up before. Like, you know, she's just probably not going to receive this well. I don't think any way Celine could have put it, she would have received it well, to be honest. But that was her word choice in the moment, and she's like, you know, even at the Queen's dinner, just after that, you know, you call me with the BS. You call me talking about this person said that, and Brooks is like, you know, well, I was just being, you know, direct because you're my friend, and she is going to stand on that mountain, y'all, and she's going to continue to profess that she did everything because at the end of the day, this is her friend. Like, this is her friend, and she wants her to feel like she's being supported at all times. She wants her to feel like, well, if I'm upset about this, then you're going to be upset about this, but whatever. And Brooks also says, or not Brooks, Celine also is like, you know, you turned it into a game of telephone, which again is why the episode is entitled what it's entitled. And right. Celine was taken aback by Brooks's response or reaction to everything, which I didn't understand why she was shocked.
I wanted you to see that. I've had this for a while, and I meant to do it like this so we would have a brick wall, but I did this a long time ago. I said, my sister don't even know I got a turquoise brick wall. And brick walls. Sorry.
Look at us, y'all. But yeah, Celine was taken aback. She didn't expect to react like that. And she's like, in the end, you know, let's just move forward. And Brooks is like, no, there's no moving forward. I'm good. And they both get up real cringy, like, and that's where we're
cringy. It was cringy, but the thing is, well, literally, Brooks walks in like literally like diagonal into the camera, so she like my fingers is doing like she that. She walked out. She's walking like into the camera, like to get past the camera. Boom, right. When I tell y'all her face, she was mad. She was so mad and angry and upset with her friend for telling her that she feels like she instigates a lot of these interactions that are going on and why. And I feel like if that's your friend of 10 years or more and she's telling you this, why are you taking, well, we know why. Why are you taking it like that? But a hit dog gonna holler, and that's what she was doing. And she's mad because nobody ever stands up to her, and when they do, she pretty much dismisses them. And so in this moment is where we find out Brooks is dismissing Celine. And I didn't like that because I feel like you don't have the respect you should have for your friend. You don't have you want a minion. You want somebody to be like, oh yeah, everything you say. Oh yeah, when she didn't believe you, not that she didn't believe you. When she went to the horse's mouth with Stanbury, same thing. She was mad at you for going to go behind her back to go find out how she really meant it. And the fact that you now are friends, how dare you do that? So there go one strike. And then you turn around and do it again. Yeah, she's not with that. Hi, Jonathan. How are you? So it's so crazy to literally see Brooke spiraling out of control when she should actually be leaning on her friends and having some friends to talk to and not taking out whatever your issues are with the world and whatever you got going on your friends. Like they're literally trying to help you out. And you're like, if you ain't rocking with me, if you ain't with me, you against me. And I'm like, well, true, but if you are doing something out of line, we all do it. We all get out of line. We all might step out of line, step out of bounds, and rub somebody the wrong way and not intentionally mean to do it. I would rather you come tell me, Barb, if I rubbed you the wrong way, than go tell our middle sister Nola. Like he'll come tell me or tell both of us at the same time.
Yeah.
But you know, we love to have a little mediator. Like it's just easier that way. That way, if I don't hear you or you don't hear me, there's somebody be like, hey, y'all ain't listening. You know? Okay. You mean episode 5? Or did you hear episode 6?
Is it episode 6?
No, we're on episode 5. But if you seen episode 6, tell me about it.
Please DM me.
I'm like, wait a minute, how we get on that?
I want to hear more. Because we love to hear differences in opinions. Jonathan, not trying to put you on the spot at all. Yeah, but I want to hear, like, how can I look at this differently? Because right now, all I'm seeing is Brooks coming off in a way where it's just like when Talene was talking to her husband before, it's like at the end of the day, and this goes back to being a control freak, honestly. At the end of the day, if I say that I don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear it. And I'm entitled to say that, because at the end of the day, these are my ears. Like if I say, do not call me about some stuff because I don't care, don't call me about this stuff. Like, unfortunately, if you think that something is good for a person and they don't see it for themselves, then ultimately that's the decision that they have chosen for themselves, and there's nothing you could do about that.
Right.
I don't know how else to put it in between those two things can't exist at the same time.
Definitely can.
Dominique Devereaux can't take criticism, and this episode proves it. She will never say sorry.
She's related to Betty.
Charged by any means. Yeah.
She's related to Stormy's mama. I ain't saying sorry. I'm not sorry.
Sometimes that's the thing. Like if she would go to the damn healing sessions, she would know that a lot of times, y'all, it's not even that you might not be a control freak in just everything in life, but there might be certain areas in life. I mean, some other people are controlling in all regards, but you might just be kind of controlling in your friendships, and there's nothing wrong with a person that you claim is like been your friend here the longest. There shouldn't be an issue with that person bringing it up to you and you receiving it, knowing that they just have your best interest at heart and aren't just trying to.
And they're saying it the most loving and caring way. Like they're literally trying to find the words and how to put it in a way so that you don't feel this way. Because anybody else, we know it's, tough conversations are hard to be had. That's why they call them tough conversations. And it wasn't nothing like I'm tearing you down. All I'm saying is, from my perspective, this is what I'm seeing. And the reason why I'm going behind your back and going to Stanbury or to Lesa or whomever is because you are not giving me, you don't make it easy for me to come talk to you, and you take what I'm saying and then, tell me how you feel about it. You just kind of shut me down. Like, if you're not agreeing with me, girl, I don't have time for you. Stop talking to me. That's what you do. And that's not cool. I don't think you know the reason why, what you say? And I knew it was 5. I knew it when you said, I said, oh, no, what you screaming for?
Please DM me right now.
If I came to you ladies, and let's say Kelly and I came closer and she start to be buddy and leave the other out. Okay, I got your point. Oh, go ahead, sister. You can read it all out.
Well, I think if I came in between you ladies, and let's say Callie and I came closer and she started to be buddy and leave her out.
Okay, so they become buddy and they leave. Here's the thing: the leave her out part is the part where it goes left, because they become buddy should not be a problem. And I don't see them differently
Well,
leaving
at this point.
I feel like Brooks pulls herself away when she sees that it's not going the way. I don't get Mike to lean to myself. So I either get to lean to myself or y'all can have her. Same thing with, I don't think that is our only person she even kicking with.
But that's the thing. Wait,
Sarah.
Unless I'm mistaken, have we even seen Stanbury and Celine at this point? Have we even seen them have a one-on-one other than in the group settings? Like,
no.
So it's not that they're even
extra chummy.
The thing is, I think for me, it's just like, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm just over here ragging on Brooks and everybody else is without fault, or I'm not also giving somebody else a to-do list, because I very much am. But in this case, what Talene in this situation would need to do is
get creative with your cuss words in the chat, Jonathan. Make sure, like, if you want to say your words, just get creative with the way you want to say your cuss words. Just so you know, that's just etiquette on YouTube, not just me.
So annoying. But my thing is, like, Talene in this situation, there's nothing wrong with hearing a friend out. I don't think that at any point she cut Brooks off. I don't even think that she even just immediately refuted what she was saying or anything like that. I think that she did what she was also supposed to do. And she took what her friend said. She did her research, figured out whatever, made, amends with the situation as much as she could. In this case, it was Stanbury, whatever. And then she decided, okay, let's continue to move forward or whatever. It'd be another thing if Talene was just like, oh, you know what you're talking about. That don't mean anything. Like, and didn't at least take her into account. So at least she took you into account. You're over here being completely defensive. I hope that makes sense.
It does. It makes sense to me. But, but that doesn't still, it's not that we don't like Brooks. I just want her to right her wrongs and stop blaming everybody else. Because it can't be everybody else if you're the person that's in it.
You mean Danielle? Wait.
From Joyce, exactly the same.
Devereaux.
Brooks and Jennifer A are the same exact. Do you agree with that? You watch Jersey, so
yes. Review coming out later this evening.
Oh yes, you got to review it later, y'all.
Okay. Do I think that? Do I think that Jennifer Aiden and Brooks are the same? I could definitely see some similarities. A lot of ish pops off around them, obviously. And I feel like we haven't figured out in this episode where the disconnect is in the whole game of telephone, but I have to think that Brooks has something to do with that message getting all misconstrued in between everybody, which is also something that's very on brand with Jennifer Aiden as well. And we've seen that in the last 2 episodes, which I'm telling you, you need to go watch at least the last 2 or 3 episodes. Other than that, I mean, yeah, I think that's a good comparison. I'll say that they definitely have some similarities.
I love that you think that Talene's a little extra.
We enjoy you being here, Jonathan.
Yes, thank you. Make sure you hit the like button on my channel too, Jonathan. Please hit the like button on my channel because we're streaming from both.
Comment, subscribe, y'all.
Yeah. All that good stuff. So yeah, like I said, I literally, not that I don't like Brooks. I like Brooks. I think she's a powerhouse. She's a bomb. She's got it going on, especially the way that she came from leaving her husband and started from the bottom. Now we here, like literally, like come on. I have the utmost respect in that manner for her. I just need her to. I don't know if the word what she used to call her instigator. Is that the word she used for her? Yeah. I don't know if instigator is the word that was the right word to use to get her attention. I don't know if there's a better word. I'm just saying I don't know. That word kind of feels like ugh. And so I understand why her eyeballs got big and ready to pop out of her face because like what wait, I'm an instigator. Like if you my friend and you tell me that, like when did I become an instigator? Please enlighten me. Because I'm gonna get defensive. Now if you can name me some stuff, I might not agree with it, but like, damn, she got me on that one. I might have to be like, okay, I see your point. But I'm not trying to instigate. I'm trying to do this, that, and the third, which Brooks did say. You know, I'm trying to be straight up with you. I'm the one trying to tell you how I feel about some things, you being my oldest friend. But in that same turn, you gotta say your oldest friend is not coming at you sideways. And just say, you know, I don't like this is a hard pill for me to swallow. But if it's coming from you, Talene, my friend, my old friend, you got to be true. And I'm gonna leave it right there. It's like, Brooks, stop it's not making any sense what you're doing. You're literally sabotaging things that don't need to be sabotaged. And I want you and Stanbury to become friends again, because since you and Stanbury have not been friends, you have been off your rocker.
Jonathan, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about Stanbury and Brooks falling out? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. In this case, though, another thing too with her is I don't even see it as she's like super wrong or she's not even making sense. I feel like she makes sense, but it's like it still is overridden by what I said before, which is ultimately if Talene don't want it, she don't want it. And she's allowed to not want it because she's grown.
Her own person. Yeah.
In her own person, yes, in general. Like,
how about that one?
Oh, you can never want, and who knows? We could be completely wrong. Stanbury can turn out to be the biggest villain. She could have said that in the beginning to be malicious. Who knows? We could all be made a fool in the long run with that whole thing. But regardless, the fact of the matter is you got to let Talene walk that plank herself. Like, ultimately, it sucks, y'all, to see people in your life who you care about go down the wrong path in your eyes or whatever. But ultimately, you gotta just do that. You gotta just love them, either love them from a distance or B, just respect their decision and focus on other parts of y'all's friendship. Just don't talk about it. I wouldn't, if I was her, I just would be like, okay, cool, do you? I don't want to hear about y'all's relationship and call it a day.
Hey, hit Auntie Bernice's thing, and then so we can get, because what he's saying in the chat is definitely I can answer. Antagonistic, pot stirring to cause confusion is what she is doing, and that's something I don't understand. She doesn't have to. Your business and you taking care of your kid and you looking for love in all the right and wrong places is what we want to see. We do not want to see you be irritating, and we want you and Stanbury to get back together so you can stop being mad at everybody else, because as we get down to Jonathan's comments, that's what it is. Ultimately, she's really mad that her and Stanbury are not friends, and Stanbury is getting along with every other girl in the group when she and her used to, hello, hey girl, let me tell you, girl, because did I tell you what Lesa did today, girl? And what did I tell you what Ayan did today? This is her and Stanbury. This is Brooks and Stanbury. Girl, yeah, girl, that girl. I don't know why Ayan had that boot, that outfit on today, girl. I don't even know. This is what they were doing, and now she don't have that. That was taken away from her because Ayan and Stanbury are friends now, so she can't call her with the hot gossip about Ayan. So that's one thing that's puzzling to her. But Stanbury said because she's friendly with everyone now, so Brooks might have problems with that. That's what I'm saying. So. Does that make it everybody else problem, or does that make it a Brooks problem? That would make it a Brooks problem. And Brooks needs to fix that. That's what I'm saying. She doesn't realize it's her that's causing this confusion. And all she needs to do is put her big girl panties on and say, Stanbury, I don't like that we not friends no more. And the fact that me and you used to talk about Ayan, cool, y'all friends and all, that's cool and everything. But me and you used to talk about her now. And so I feel a certain kind of way. We don't get to talk about her no more. I got to find somebody to talk about somebody with. And that's it. And then move on. You ladies think that Brooks is a bigger issue. That's what we started off. So did we start off by saying that earlier, that we're trying to figure out why we in episode 5 and we don't know what Brooks' bigger issue is? Because I feel like at this time we kind of figure out, like, Stansbury's problem is she had boarding school early from 7 to 18. You know, she don't have a really relationship. She don't like parents. Period. Oh shit. I'm sorry. Sorry. My camera went black. Everything went black. I'm like, what happened?
You mean are we talking about what her underlying issue is?
Yes, that's what the bigger issue, the underlying issue is.
We're still trying to decipher that. Obviously, we know the stuff from the ex-husband and the marriage and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to go back. I think it's past that though. I think it's something in her adolescence or teens or something.
It wasn't her mom coming.
Yeah, I need to see the dynamic. Because
so when we see that
I don't know. I literally don't know this, but maybe it's because we're talking about it. I'm just pushing for anything, but something tells me, is it somewhere her mom? Like, how is there? I wonder if there was. She said she had brothers. I don't remember her ever saying sisters. So I wonder if they have like one of those weird dynamics. I'm not saying that they're, a Shay and her mom from Love and Hip Hop or nothing like that. I'm not saying that, but maybe I don't know.
I think we probably will find out when the mom comes in, because
I can't wait.
The thing is, the mom is going to hold her feet to the fire. She's going to make sure that I don't think her mom will allow her to be fake and phony on camera. I don't think that she's fake and phony by any means either. So what I'm saying is, I feel like she'll be her authentic self around her mom. Meaning, girl, I don't give a damn about these cameras. I don't care about none of this. You better keep it real with me, or we're going to talk. We're going to talk. You put me on this camera. I'm not about to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not your yes man. I'm not Talene. I'm not none of that. I'm your mama. And unless you want the real, I feel like the mom is going to give us the real. So maybe we'll find out from there. If we don't find out what Brooke's problem is during this season, I'm going to have a problem.
Or maybe she's one of those people that just feels like she constantly has to prove something or whatever. Like, look how she's going about the business. Like, I'm not saying that she should be half doing it. Like, obviously, no, you want to go like full throttle, especially when you open up a business. But maybe like because now would still just bring it back to the marriage and the husbands and ex-husband and stuff. I don't know. I hope we do find out though. If we don't find out during the season, we better find out during the reunion. This reunion better be good, y'all. I better be good.
I think it will be. I mean, especially because a lot of dynamics have changed.
Bit to talk about. I want to say pretty much every episode, and we don't know how many episodes there's going to be. I wish I knew, but something. I think she might want her husband back. That contract is messing her up. I didn't think we saw how mesmerized she was by the idea of companionship when Akin and them was sitting down eating and stuff, right? So clearly, I'm not saying that she's like foaming at the mouth for a man, but it's probably not off the table for her if she's fantasizing about it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I guess tired of, especially, I'm sure, she's sick of and as much glam as she packs on to her face and her body and her hair, she's probably sick of paying that bill too, maybe. That was shady. That was so shady. That
was so shady.
Take that off her hands. I'm just kidding. I can't, y'all. That makes everyone's giving me Tisha vibes with this uncalled beef she has with Alexis Colby because it's all in her head. Maybe she has one of those just skewed visions of things, and maybe she just always thinks that everybody else is out, to get her or get somebody else because of the things that she's gone through and been wronged by people or whatever, her ex-husband or whatever. Maybe that's what it is. But let's move on to this final scene.
Okay.
It captures the ladies all meeting up. I told you guys before that they were going on this desert excursion, honey, while Sergio's parents. Oh, actually, no. Second to last scene. Sorry. Okay. Y'all, they are in town. They are finally in town, but we're still working on the house. We're still working on the house. And guess what? Guess what happened to the house? You see that chip right there? Yeah, that's their marble TV stand in the master bedroom. Yeah. Stanbury was very, 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 very unhappy because that is not even like something you could really fix. Because I immediately was like, I don't even think you can like fix that.
Oh, I'm looking for that piece of chip. I'm looking for it. I'm not finding my.
She had picked it up.
She picked something, but that piece was whatever she picked up was so much bigger. So, because looking at that, but it was a big chunk. So, I'm literally looking at your picture like, damn,
I couldn't do it.
Your picture looked little, but the chip looked small. But I feel like
it was significant. I think
it was a significant chunk out of it for sure. Maybe her finger is covering it because I feel like I've seen it from the other angle or something. But however, check this out. Me, I would have probably cried. And then I would have been like, nobody move, nobody get hurt, okay? Because we about to find this chip. We gonna find this chip.
I would have immediately started swinging just on everybody, on the world, on the contractors, on the bonsai men people, on Sergio. Well, he'd been first.
Sergio got it first.
Like immediately turned around and just hooked him right in the face. Anyway. Yeah, that would honestly piss anybody off. I would think. The feeling's mutual. Thank you for being here.
Love you too, Jonathan. Thank you. You meant Ayan, right? But the biggest issue I have on the show is Ayan. Ayan Twigs.
We're gonna get to it. The feeling's mutual about that as well. Trust me. But going back to this.
Well, for me, and I love Ayan, I do. I just wish she could use some Visine. Like I'm a Mary Jane smoker, so my eyes, when I come on here, my eyes are not gonna be white, y'all. I hate that her eyes look like that all the time. Her eyes and her teeth are like the same color, and I don't like that.
I don't know if that's a good thing though. I'm not trying to say that she's sick or nothing, y'all, but
no, exactly, and that's what
times.
Me and you are right here, sister. I always feel they say the eyes are, the way to the soul, and it does tell you a lot. If you have, jaundice, your skin is yellow, your eyes is yellow, your liver's messed up, right? So when I look at her like that, and I'm not calling her alcoholic or none of that, I'm just like, dang, I wish her eyes were really white, and I wish her teeth were just a little whiter than they are now. And then because she just will be so much. I mean, like I said, my eyes, I wake up with red eyes, and then I like my Mary Jane, so eyes gonna be looking just like this. They're gonna be low, and they're gonna look just like this. Hey, I'm in the state I can do that.
I want multiple things changed, but I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I cannot. I'm just saying. We
didn't even talk about the teeth, so how I feel. Like how you feel about the eyes is how I feel about the teeth situation.
When you show the picture, look at her teeth and her eyes are the same color. Okay.
No, the teeth situation from last week is what I'm talking about. The black hair up. Anyway, okay, because we gotta wrap this up because I'm freaking saying things and I don't need y'all looking at me crazy. Okay,
signs is coming out.
Anyway, but yeah, so Chip in the marble. Sergio, though, he's outside. He's super happy. He's receiving his family. And mind you, Stanbury's on the phone with but whatever his name is, the house dude. She's trying to figure out this whole TV stand situation because literally they were there to put up the TV. The TV was supposed to be put up today. We still don't know where the parents is sleeping. Boxes.
Oh Lord! If I'm sleeping,
now these men are staring me at my face trying to figure out if we're doing it, if we're not, he's outside like, hi, look, our house, our neighborhood. Just completely just oblivious.
Oblivious.
I mean,
freaking oblivious. Oblivious is the word. I'm sorry, oblivious.
I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, do we really blame him? It's not like his house anyway. I mean, that's her house. Anyway,
wait, before you do that, before you say that, I know you're about to go to the next line. How are you gonna be the man in the house and ain't a bill in your name, not even a rent, mortgage, nothing's in your name because you can't. Now go ahead.
Like legally, you cannot have anything in your name. Like
legally, she literally can say, "Get out of my house."
Like,
you have no title.
You need me to be here. Like, come on now. Human backpack, y'all. He is her human backpack. I stand by that. So, again, he's super happy. His family is there with that extra person that we still don't know who that was. And Stanbury's like, look, I'm not good with other people's parents. Hell, I'm not even good with my own parents. Gets flashback of was that the engagement or the wedding rehearsal dinner or whatever last season? You know how that whole debacle went down with the seating arrangements and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, wasn't really judging her on how she felt. Anyway, that's just not who you are. That's just not who you are. But
that's tricky.
But yeah, they come in, you know, she does greet them and stuff like that. But she also, you know, reminds them like, hey, you know, I'm about to be off to the desert. And once again, there's no, I'm doing this because I don't want to talk about no babies. I don't want to talk about this house that's been stressing me out. And it absolutely has nothing to do with the fact that my in-laws are in town this week. Nothing to do with that.
Not one.
But anyway, that's really all we had with that scene. Did you have anything to say about that? Parents, go away.
Parents is wrong time, wrong move. Go stand in a hotel because we're not ready to
here. It'd be one thing if they were staying if they were staying in a hotel, still selfish, I feel like. But at the same time, it's like, at least we're staying in a hotel. We don't have nowhere for you to stay.
What, they gonna go lay on a bonsai tree in different parts of it? All I'm saying is, I don't like the way it makes me feel when she talks about Sergio's in-laws. Little man needs to go buy the game life, and once he wins, he will be ready for marriage. Sorry, not sorry. That's funny. But Lord have mercy. He needs to buy a clue. He needs to go get Clue and buy a clue too. But I don't know if I was watching this back, Sergio. We don't know where Sergio and Stanbury are at this moment, if they're together, if they broke up or anything. What I'm saying is, if I was Sergio, that would make me feel a kind of way that you was talking like, or the fact that you left. I don't know where the parents is coming from, how far they live, and how they had to catch a flight and all that. But the fact that you know what, I'm leaving. You guys have a good time. I'm going to go have lunch with my girls and get away from get away from your son. I'm going to get away from your son. Good toodles. Like, I was like, how's Sergio supposed to feel about that? Because if I was Sergio, I'd be like, honey, like he says, honey, come here, honey. Come here, honey. And I would bring her to the corner and I'll be like, hey, I'm going to need you to not be so enthusiastic that you're leaving when my parents just got here. I'm going to need you to tone that down. I'm going to need you to be back at skin o'clock, because all that hanging with your girls is cool and all, but my parents is here. So you going to come back, and I don't care how you feel about your parents. These are mine, and you're gonna come back and you're gonna skin and grin with them.
I mean, like, I get it to a degree. I think that there is, I'll say there's a certain level of obligation, I guess, that one has to their, I guess, in-laws. It within reason, I want to say, I guess, but at the same time, I don't think there's anything wrong with being like, no, like if it's a, I don't feel like you should have to force anything with anybody. If it organically is like that, then by all means. But at the same time, like if y'all aren't close like that, then y'all aren't close like that.
You ain't gonna get close like either. If you run
wrong about not being not wanting to get close at the same time, I don't.
I get it. So you're invading your space.
I don't. No, not even about the space. I'm just saying I don't think that it's anything wrong with not having that super close relationship. And it doesn't mean that it's like due to anything negative or that like you hate them or anything like that. It's just like it's okay to not be close with everybody. That's just how I feel, family included.
I get that because see, I'm a little different. I am a touchy-feely, huggy, love you, come stay with me, have a good time. We can stay forever and ever and ever. I love that person. Like, I mean, I've been a mother since I was 19. So, like, I'm gonna have abandonment issues, or if somebody, when my last one leaves the house, I'm gonna be like, where's my grandkid? You know what I mean? Somebody to take care of. So I get that. Here you go, baby. Thank you. So I get that. I get that. I just, in my head, I want her to be nicer to him.
I want her to like not be with him because clearly they want two separate things. Like, I don't like everything they are. Didn't I go on a spiel about this last week? Like, everything they are opposite on everything. So I'm like, how did we even get to this point? Like,
so basically, you're saying you're mad they're wasting our goddamn on time.
Pretty much, because, and not to mention too, and don't get me wrong, obviously, you know, my parents, I didn't come from a household where my parents were still together after the age of 2. So I am the last person saying like, oh, you gotta stay together once you have a child with somebody, or no, I will never tell you guys that. But what I will say is, and I kind of looked at it differently again last week after we talked about it, I'm just like, girl, you, even if you do have the baby, you already said that you're only giving it like 10, 15 years max. So that's already setting up the child for like you guys not to be together. That's weird. I feel like now looking back on it, when you look at it in that context. And again, I'm not saying that you are obligated to stay with anybody just because you have a child with them, but it's just like you're already going into it with the mindset that y'all aren't going to be together. So it's just like, why even make a permanent tether to that person then? If
this, and something else I want to bring up too, I know we're still talking about this. I was really irritated. So thank you, baby. I was really very irritated that they was in 99-degree weather doing the shenanigans outside in the heat like that. Is she crazy? Or is she freaking crazy? Are you deaf, dumb, and dumb? What is?
Oh, you mean? Well, honestly, I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, I don't watch their weather every day, obviously, but I think it's either A, we never do anything because it's always hot, or B, you just get used to it and try to, you know. Yeah, I thought they were hydrated, I guess, you know.
But they couldn't remember they was coming off Ramadan. So like you literally know this kind of stuff. I
would have taken a spa day by myself. I feel like that's more like I would have understood that like more usually.
So all I'm saying is cool. We driving the sports cars, great. We could do this any other day. We could do that any day. Like, let's go get pampered. Your in-laws are here. Don't you need a pamper day?
Because I'm somebody who's actually, that's the thing. That's what I would have done, literally.
That's what I'm telling you. It makes sense.
Here, y'all. It's if you're in the Southern California area, it's called Glen Ivy. It is the nicest spa ever. I would
mud baths and everything, baby.
Glen Ivy. Here's a day pass for y'all. Go. Here's a day pass for me. Don't talk. Don't bother me. I'm leaving my phone in the locker.
Yeah, come on now.
Don't even act like you don't even see me. Before you walk past me.
We don't know each other.
And I'm gonna go do me. And you can do like I would hang out with them from a distance. Because you choose your own battles, I feel like sometimes when you're with a person, you say, fine, you just insist that they gotta be here. Fine.
So you're saying that you're taking it from that perspective, okay? Because again, we don't know why they're there. Like, there's no somebody's birthday, or is this your anniversary? What was the dire need for y'all to come right at this very moment? Like, or is there something that we're missing? Is it something that's coming up?
So it's like everybody's clear that they're stressed out. So I just don't understand why you want to do anything more than the bare minimum in any regard if you're stressed out. So clearly that I don't think anybody in their right mind would purposely coordinate their in-laws coming into town if they're in such
renovation of the house.
I would not even I wouldn't even absolutely not. But
yeah, for me, like I said, I feel kind of bad because I feel like Sergio was looking at that, and there's like things that like Sergio's eyes are like, they were like really cut closed shut. He was so in love with his wife that he like literally doesn't see anything, and they're literally like opening up like blinders, and when they open all the way up, yikes. This is 5 years, 10.
Why did I say
that? By the time Auntie Bernice, by the time she's 50, she won't have him. She won't have a human backpack. You 46, going on 47.
Not be 40. This was
right. No.
She might be 48 for all I know.
I'm saying at this moment on the show, she's 46, a month away from 47. Okay, so I'm saying that to say she is not.
She is 48.
2 more years, sister. That's yet. 1, 2. Tight tops. 5.
Oh my gosh.
Don't feel comfortable.
Wait, I missed the whole scene. You let me miss the whole scene.
Sister, I didn't take the notes. I told you I wasn't taking notes. I said you're gonna run it because
I don't know how I scrolled past it because I was thinking about them again. We gotta go back, y'all. Sorry.
Because I know I feel like I'm just going off of that's why this is why I take
a doctor's appointment. We're talking about the baby. So going back, y'all. So sorry. So sorry.
That's a good one. That was a good scene.
We usually go in better order than this, y'all. So forgive us.
That's because I didn't take notes, and what I do is I'll follow my notes with my sister, and I'll catch her, and she'd be like, "Oh, sister, I forgot that part. You right." So this time I didn't do that. So it's really my fault. It ain't her fault. It's my fault.
I scrolled right past y'all. Stanbury and Sergio, they have an IVF appointment or doctor appointment, whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's really just talking about the whole age factor of it all. She tells us once again, a baby is the furthest thing from her mind, especially again the last months with this house. Like I ain't nobody think about a baby, but they're here to discuss the whole age factor of it all. And in the end, the doctor tells her that you need to have a baby before you turn 50. Pretty much, like that's the cutoff. Like
you ain't Janet Jackson. Oh, go ahead.
Hands and butts about it, and furthermore, surrogacy, it's also an option. She's like, well, no, surrogacy though is illegal here. So in the case that they did go that route, and they went and they found a
surrogate in the States. Let's just go come to us.
What? A surrogate. Or in Spain, I think he said as well, because he's from there, whatever. Then that's a potential route for them to take. But in their confessional statements, they're like, I also know on that one because find a surrogate in the States. 9 months go by, out of sight, out of mind, and then poof, they go into labor, and the next thing I know, I have a newborn on my doorstep. That's going to be a total mind F. Like she needs time for her mind to even get into the space of like, I know I'm about to have another child. And I'm just like, girl, well, I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, that's what the doctor wanted to talk about. He pulls out like the picture of their embryo, their one little boy embryo. And when I tell you Sergio is like, I can't make this up, y'all.
A kid in a candy store for sure.
Literally, his eyes are gleaming with excitement. And he's all like, oh, you know, where's the head? Where's the boy at? And
oh my God. He's not looking at y'all. Mind y'all, he's not looking at a sonogram picture. It's not a sonogram, it's an in vitro picture.
It's an embryo. And I'm just like, God bless this man, because oh Jesus, oh my gosh. But much to you know, Stanbury's dismay, we also got a confessional of Sergio, which does he usually have confessionals?
No,
I don't think he does. So I was like, oh, I mean, like, he's not a bad looking dude. He's just lost.
I'm sure.
He's so lost, and he's just dead set on trying to get her to on board with everything. And I'm just like, if you have to get your the other person on board, like, then you shouldn't want that thing. And then and something like this, like, you shouldn't have to do this much heavy lifting if a person's pretty much made up their mind that, yeah, if we weren't together, I would totally not be thinking about a child. Like, I have some, and they're almost grown.
She said some. I have some.
Like, yeah, because honestly, I'm sorry, y'all, but that's kind of how she treats it sometimes. I get it. And some people are less like nurturing or less like affectionate and stuff like that. I get that, but she be making them seem like it was just a thing to do. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, and again, I'm not saying she don't love her children, but it's just, there just seems to be such a disconnect sometimes that it's just like,
Jonathan, you code for that one. My computer is, of course, trying to overheat itself, so I'm still here, but my chat is not moving on my computer. But I'm looking in the chat and it says Sergio gives me, oh boy, you bye, Jonathan. You can go.
You go, Jonathan, and everybody in this chat and everybody in here right now knows that what comes of people trying to trap another person. Nothing good ever comes from that type of situation. So. That's what I say when I say you shouldn't have to try this hard to convince somebody of something. Let them just be. It's not gonna work. It's not. Fetch is not gonna happen. Fetch is not happening.
Did he say she's trying to
and
he's trying to trap her? He's trying to trap that woman. I cannot. You can, like I said, you can log off now. You're trying to log me off. You can log off now because that's funny. Because like, we just, what it is we the people, we the YouTube streets, we the people, we like you, Stanbury, but we don't like the way you treat your husband, and we rather you let him go than treat him the way you treat him and allow him to be treated by your children the way you allow him to be treated. I mean, it's at this point it's starting to get real cringy. So stop it. Let your son go. Like, let your son go.
Let your son go.
Because I'm tired. I feel so bad. Like, I'm literally like, Sergio, you can have any woman on the planet, bro. Not like that, but you know what I mean? Like, anybody you really want that's young enough to have triplets for you. Get 3 babies at one time, bro. You are sitting here talking to somebody from the Stone Ages, the Flintstones, like, and I'm older than her, so it's no disrespect to her because I'm older than her, so I'm calling myself that too. But what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to have no kid or have nobody want me to have a kid right now, like, and you know that, you freaking know it. So why don't you just let him go? Let him go. Let him and his parents go. Let him and his parents go. It's okay.
Like, I don't even. Why are we even having this conversation? Once again.
Jonathan, bye. She promised him 10 to 15 years.
And she did. And she
Is it a prison sentence?
She did. We heard it last week, but anyway.
That's crazy.
Going back to the final scene, y'all. Fast forward, wrap this up.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We know Caroline once again, Stanbury invited the ladies out to the desert, so they all start showing up, and at first they're kind of like confused, like what is going on, like where are we at? But they're all periodically showing up. Where's the other picture? Now my pictures are all out of order.
Oh, there you go.
Where did it go? I wanted to show. I had one of Ayan in her outfit, which was absolutely ridiculous, but I cannot seem to find it. But I'll show you.
You got that right.
Mind you, we heard explicitly Stanbury telling them wear something, you know, comfortable, whatever that you can move in. This lady shows up in her usual attire, right? But again, they're kind of confused on what's going on and how they're supposed to be getting to the meeting point or whatever. So then they receive this video message from Stanbury, and they're like, and she's telling them like, you know, sorry, we were supposed to get you a party bus, but it literally broke down. So instead, exhibit A, honey. And Lesa actually made me laugh because
I know what you're gonna say, sister.
She was so like, girl, like she was Stanbury clearly maxed out her credit card because
my God,
you sent the toot for us, like what? Like, oh no, she was like, what is going on with this? Absolutely not. Oh my goodness.
I don't even know. I was gonna say I'd rather y'all would have picked them up in the fly cars, and I don't even know, but I'm not getting in a van with no air conditioning.
In that weather, absolutely not.
You done lost your scruples.
But it needs to have the essentials, and that is an essential over there. No questions about it. And it's gonna be even hotter because we all in here breathing. No, absolutely not. I will get myself there on my own.
Guess what I would have did? I would have got back in my car and I would have followed the band. Oh, I would have
been that far away.
I would have been like, oh yeah, you go ahead, sir. Show me the way. Show me where you want me to go, Bookie, because I'm gonna be right behind you. I'm gonna be with my air conditioning.
Absolutely.
Are you crazy?
Absolutely not. Hey, princess.
Hey, princess.
Oh my God, I thought that message came 30 minutes ago. What message? They got something. No.
Oh, or probably notifications. The notifications.
Oh, okay.
You know how YouTube do. I mean, yeah, you know how StreamYard and YouTube.
Yeah.
Our head tops.
Absolutely not. Like, So you did it. Not happening. Would have been pissed. So Stanbury also tells us how she brought her friend along, her friend Juliana, which I'm like, okay, I get why she was kind of tied into the activity, but I also was like, they showed a bit more of her. Maybe I was just hyper focusing on it, but I was like, is this like a potential like backup best friend of? I don't know. I feel like the camera panned on her a little bit too much. If I'm getting on,
yeah.
So, but she a good friend. Stanbury let us know she is a good friend. She got her Hermes plates and a vibrator, so she's all good in my book.
I'm always there. Never mind. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm always down for not the Hermes, but I mean, never mind.
Send me the Hermes.
I'm down with the Hermes. I said, but that's not what I was talking about in that moment.
She got me at Hermes. I'm not gonna lie.
I know she did. I know fashionista. I know she did with you.
Okay, cool. And then she's also again tied into the scene because when the women pull up, y'all, bring them out is all I heard. All I heard. So Juliana's husband not like he just happens to like have them, or he collects, which means purposefully, which means he has enough disposable income to do so. He collects sports cars. So they got all these Ferraris to drive out to the desert. And I was like, yeah, Juliana's my type of friend. See, that I want to be that type of friend in the future. Like, I'll just pull up.
Hey, Barb. Hey, Barb, you can be that type of friend to me if you want to. I could be your guinea pig.
I can't. Like the way my finances are set up now.
Oh, okay.
You will be.
Well, when the finances are set up the way you want them to be set up, you can go ahead and I'll be your test. I'll be your guinea pig. I'll be your guinea pig.
You'd be pulling up and you'd see go-karts. So I don't think that's where we are. Maybe ATV. That's where we are right now. So, but y'all stay tuned for that. Don't just wait. Just wait. So they all jump into the Ferraris, and it was
I'm back.
It was Lesa and Ayan, of course. It was Brooks and Juliana, Saba and Sara, and Stanbury and Talene, which obviously the ladies picked up on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Lesa in particular that was like, wow, like, did you see that? Like, and look at Ayan's dress, y'all. Like, look at the wig.
She over there looking like she's the top of the cake. It looked like she's sitting on a wedding cake. Ayan, the wig, the cake layers on your dress, the boots with the dress. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are we doing?
Exactly. Oh wait,
you right, Jonathan.
Jonas has been built half of Dubai. Wait, are we talking about Talene? We're talking about Talene, right? Yeah.
Talene's husband. Oh yeah, Talene's husband is the one who.
Did I say somebody else? Yeah. But yeah, like that was insane. Anyway, so they were all in the cars together, and I believe it was Stanbury that turned to Talene and was like, so what happened at the dinner last night with Brooks? And she's like, girl, I told her she came out as an instigator, and we started the World War III. So yeah. And Stanbury, her main thing is she likes this about Talene because it shows that she's not just going to go along with anything that her friend, says or does or whatever, supposedly. So they reach the desert, y'all. And one of the first things they do is they slide down these a couple of them slide down these dunes. Look at once again, seriously. Just
here's the thing. Here's another thing. Not to cut you off, sister. Here's the thing. If Ayan is not paying for these dresses, she
who is sliding down these ones with then? No.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. She does not pay for these dresses, or because if she did, she wouldn't treat them as such. That's how
I would never rent her anything else of mine. She must be. Nope, she would never get. But at the same time, though, it's giving those people business because these individuals are going to be like, oh my God, I love that blue dress that Ayan had on episode 5. Like, where's it from? And so
I get it.
That's how that works.
Once it's been in the sand, though. Go ahead.
I'm not mad at it, but yeah, if she's anything like me and she likes to take care of her stuff, then yeah, she wouldn't personally be doing that. Absolutely not. Yeah. Absolutely not. And that looks like chiffon. Nope. So Stanbury, again, she asked Talene that, and oh no, they reached the desert. What am I talking about? I'm going back. They reached the desert, slide down the mountain. Woo, yay, we're so happy. And after that, they all discuss Sarah's boyfriend, who's not her boyfriend, because of course that's what they, see him as or thought that's what he was. But Sarah's like, no, we're not even at that stage yet. And all I'm trying to do is get to that stage, get to know him, introduce him to the parents, get engaged and get married, in that order, nothing different. She doesn't date for fun. And so then they ask her if she's kissed him before. And she's like, no, absolutely not. That's not how we get down. I'm Muslim. Absolutely not. And I want to say it was most of the women. It was honestly most of the women. They were yeah, I call BS. They've at least kissed before. And Sarah's like, no, I don't need to kiss or be intimate or any of that to get a man. This face, and I don't need anything else. fully clothed, period. Like, okay, Sarah, okay. And I enjoyed how Lesa brought up the fact that it can be seen as a sign of disrespect to even ask that question, because of the cultural aspect of it, and how to women that can be seen as, I think she called it haram, which is the
forbidden.
Yeah, it's forbidden for her. So I did appreciate Lesa bringing that up. But yeah. She says in 2 or 3 months she'll be wanting to introduce him to her mom, even though her mom is, or her parents, even though her mom is somebody who typically looks at her as somebody who makes the wrong decisions as far as men. That makes 2 people in her life. And that's when Brooks chimes in to say how, you know, she loves her idea of her healing journey, because, you know, Sarah's healed and everything from all her stuff. So I love my healing journey too. You've only been in 1 session, but okay.
And ain't told nobody either. She ain't told nobody that she only been in 1 session.
Exactly, but putting on like she's been going to all of them.
Mm-hmm. But Sarah did say that she's on a spiritual. She went to a spiritual guide. They do a little bit different than her going to like therapy, where you got to go get the work done. She said this is more. It helps you like immediately. So not taking it away. I'm just saying that's what she said. And yes, Jonathan, you try to make them down, Jonathan. I want to you. Yes, please. And yes, because honey, yes, because I already know what my sister want to talk to you about. I want to be in on the conversation too.
It's just, I hope Sarah's done that at least, and I think she has. I don't think that she'll make the same mistake again. Hopefully not. But only time will tell. Right. And I was like, well, fast forwarding back to Brooks, I was like, well, Brooks, like, how did you get this calmness, this about yourself? And Talene's like, she not so calm. Y'all saw her last night. You know exactly why I'm saying that, which then triggers Brooks, and then they kind of go back and forth. Y'all didn't write it all down because it's the same things being reiterated for the umpteenth time. But Talene does let them know that they had an altercation. She used the word altercation the previous night, and Brooks is like, I wouldn't necessarily call it that. I would call it, I said this, you said that, da 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 da. And did you pick up on what Stanbury said?
What?
How she was like, I'm pretty sure you had a moment last night. I didn't really like that, because I felt like that was her kind of giving more insight into a private thing that Talene told her, when Talene has gone above and beyond to keep things private between them two. But I don't think that Stanbury paid that same respect to her in that moment by even saying something as small as that. Like, why are you bringing up that happened last night? Because that tells everybody that I told you that something that we had a conversation offline. Like, you shouldn't say that, I feel like, because then that can make her think that I'm talking behind her back now. I mean, you were, but just that I didn't like that Stanbury said that.
I didn't either. It like kind of put it on blast. It's like some things, but these girls, some things they don't have to say, and they do. And I was like, shut up. Just shut up. Everything that's on your mind does not have to come out your mouth.
Yeah, I didn't like that, but they just go back and forth for a second, y'all, and it all ends in, it was giving in the end very much we see each other, in my opinion, because Brooks is like, I'm good on it, and Talene is like, well, if that's how you're going to be, then. And I think this is kind of where they are now, and this kind of was the beginnings of where we see them at now in real life. So just followed you on Instagram.
Oh, let me get in. I'm sorry, I see it right now too. I was on my phone because I'm behind the computer and I got things going on. But yeah, I'm about to follow you right now. Jonathan, make sure you follow me too on IG if you are not. California Cutie 310 2 E's. Don't forget the 2 E's. So let me pull you up. I'm glad my sis got it on here right quick. Ain't got it big enough for me to see it because I'm a woman of a particular age. My eyeballs is not so good. Yeah, we love a network. We love networking. We love doing stuff. Follow, baby. I'm following, okay, honey?
This red prom dress is so nice. I'm gonna look again when I get off. But
okay, Jonathan. I'm about to I'm gonna look like a little stalker because I'm probably like all your shit.
I did.
So don't try to tell my heart because we gonna like it all. Stanbury thinks she's still in her 30s. Jonathan, me too. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even hold you. No, I don't think I'm in my 30s. I really feel like I feel like I'm in my 40s because I have kids that's in their 30s. So I feel like I'm in my 40s for sure. You should check out front.
Auntie Bernice, I don't know if all y'all knew this, but I originally, when I got on here on YouTube, I was all about the prison shows. That's back when I watched like Love After Lockup and stuff like that. And I do still dabble or whatever. Yes, I do watch this show.
I haven't watched these two, but I love A&E.
One was stupendous, and I knew season 2 was going to be just as good, and it has been. But I am back. I'm behind like 3 episodes, so I'm gonna catch up this weekend over the long weekend. Good show.
Yeah, I think that was for a Princess because she was asking Princess when she gonna come back and stuff. So that's great that she putting it out there. I love criminal. I know you was wondering where it came from. I know you look at it's so good. It's all good. But my thing is I love criminal shows. I love that stuff. That's not even a guilty pleasure. I just like it. I'm mad at
like a social experiment, honestly. Seeing how like these inmates get out of jail, prison, whatever, and then they come and live with their pen pals or these people that they never even knew from a can of paint.
That's crazy.
Seeing how it works, it works or it doesn't work. I mean, some have worked, most have not. They be having people coming all up in their house and all types of stuff. So it's an interesting show. I like it. But yeah, that's all I have for this episode.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about that last scene? How did you feel all in all?
I feel like it's about to be the demise of Talene and Brooks.
We're seeing it.
Brooks, like I told you, she feels like her people are too disposable. And when you do that, you really need to be looking at yourself because it's not them. You couldn't be friends with Talene all this time and y'all get on TV and now all of a sudden, oh yeah, she's kind of weird. Oh yeah, like I'm looking at you differently. Yeah, something's weird about that in itself. If y'all been friends for 10 years and you guys are just now getting into a sticky situation or a little bitty fallout or whatever you want to call this, I don't like it. I feel like I'm putting it in Brooks' corner. I feel like Brooks is the one that's in the wrong more so than Talene is. And I can understand that that Brooks is in her feelings, but I'm gonna need you to figure that out, Bookie. I'm gonna need you to figure it out because in a minute you're gonna be iced out. You're gonna ice yourself out. They're not icing you out, but you're gonna make it seem like they're icing you out, and that I don't like for you. I need you to hello McFly. I wish I could knock on my camera right now and say hello McFly because that's what you're giving. You need to be woken up before you disintegrate. You're already getting bony. No shade, because stress will kill you. So we don't want that. I'm saying you have to be paying attention to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. You are small in frame. That is not what you usually look like. You are stressed out. You have a lot on your plate. You are isolating your friends and pushing your friends away instead of, saying, you know what? I am drowning in BS. I'm not even BS. I'm drowning in my business. I'm drowning in motherhood. I'm drowning and I need help. That's what we want to see from you because that's true tea. We can see it. You need help. I don't know what kind of help you need, but you need to say, you know what, I don't even know what to do with myself. And I don't mean to be pushing y'all away because that's not my intent, but I don't know what to do. And please, can y'all please help me help myself? That's it. Watch what happens.
You should already know what I'm about to say, which is like, at the end of the day, if this is all it took, if you guys are saying that you are such good friends, you've been each other's best friends since both of y'all got there, your sisters, your families know each other, all this good stuff, whatever, Auntie Brooks, whatever. If that's the case, I can't think of anybody in my life that I've known for at least 10 years that I would just write off this easily as soon as we get on TV. As soon as we get on TV. Like if this is all it took for our friendship to disintegrate, then we were never really truly friends, I feel like. And I say that with full knowledge of the fact that sometimes people do change. And I'm not saying that people who've been friends 50 years sometimes don't go their separate ways. Eventually, some people, anybody can do some effed up stuff at any given point and make you just stop messing with them, I guess. Never put anything past anyone. But for the most part, I've just never, in my own experiences, been in a situation where like something that I see this kind of as petty. Not kind of, eliminate the word kind of. This whole thing was petty. I feel like no matter if it was more this person's fault or this person's fault, all in all, it's petty, I feel like, if the friendship was that real to begin with. Just saying.
I agree with you on that one, sis. I gotta agree with you on that one. I hope she's listening to us or anybody that's really in her corner, because we don't mean no harm. We're really literally just saying this could be an easy fix. You're not like I've been saying.
You want it to be, but yeah, I think Brooks is really stubborn, and I think Talene is very much a person who likes to have her own mind about things, which nothing's wrong with that. And I feel like this also, y'all, at the same time, we really shouldn't be surprised. I feel like we actually got foreshadowing of this in the beginning of the season when before this whole dissolution of their friendship occurred. In the beginning episodes, their whole friendship seemed to be founded upon like they like to have fun, they go out, they get drunk, they have a good time over here. It was just very much good times. And I feel like now that they are in a serious, even though I think it's petty, a serious situation or have to deal with a serious friendship dilemma, they're failing at it because they are only fun friends to begin with, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you can't have fun all the time. It is fun to have fun, but you can't do it all the time. So you're
a friend. Then that's what it should be. It shouldn't just be you trying to intertwine them into other parts of the friend group or trying to do this or that. Like you should have just kept y'all's stuff.
Friend. Yeah.
I don't think that you guys are able to be in other social environments together. And that's something that I learned 2-3 years ago at this point, that just because somebody is good over here in this area of my life doesn't mean that that's going to translate well in other areas. For example, if somebody is really good at doing my lashes, it doesn't mean that means that we're going to be best friends and that I'm going to be telling them my deepest, darkest secrets in 6 months because we just have been inseparable. Like, no, that doesn't mean that. Somebody I go to the gym with might be, a good gym workout partner, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be, good as my lash tech, like I just said. So I feel like their friendship was just very much one-dimensional, and now we're seeing it dissolve because they tried to make it more complex than what it was, and it can't withstand real life.
I can't wait to see the continuation of this Talene Brooks thingamajigget that we are witnessing, because I don't like to see friendships dissolve. I really don't.
No.
So I hope they can work it out. I hope Brooks can because like I'm not just blaming Brooks. Like I said, she's going through some things. I don't think knows how to get herself out of these things, and that's why Sara, gave her the spiritual person to, to help out. So she needs the help, and I need her to say, I need y'all. I need my friends. I need the people that know me. Like, the more you keep acting like you're disposable, I don't need you. That's played out, mama.
Mm-hmm. That I feel like Talene could have saved herself. That conversation, obviously, that last one-on-one we had between them, but I just think that she should have, not that I'm saying she shouldn't have spoke her mind, but she should have, understanding the person that Brooks is. Mm-hmm. I would have just left it at what it was in the beginning and just seen that as, I know that I can't come to you about certain things. I know that when we get into situations where I'm going to disagree like this, it's going to become a problem. So I feel like she should have just, like when with maturity, I feel like comes the knowledge of knowing when to disengage. She should have just kind of knew when to like disengage, I feel like, before it even got to this.
I agree with that
too. And again, I'm not saying that because she should have like spared Brooks's feelings or she should have bit her tongue, but it's just like, you choose your own battles. like it just, I don't even think it needed this much energy because it was petty in my opinion.
Wow, Wayne Brady, huh? We'll see.
What's it about? Interesting.
Really?
I can look into that. I mean, the only person I knew who was having a show coming up is Nene. But
yeah. That's true.
Yeah, we love to hear about the new shows because honestly, there's not much on TV these days.
It really isn't. So yeah, we thank y'all for rocking with us all this time. Playback game. We appreciate y'all. I know we appreciate y'all because y'all the ones that gives us our views. We appreciate the people that was in our chat.
Yes,
Prince, Jonathan, Kevin, Auntie Bernice, my kids, because they better come support their mama. They don't play about their mama. So yes, y'all, we appreciate y'all for being here. Next week we gonna be at the same time, same bad channel. We're gonna have a good time again. We're really trying to keep our Real Housewives of Dubai on. We're trying to help them with their ratings. They're suffering a lot because the housewives are all taking a hit all at the same time, and so I don't want Dubai to be thrown by the wayside because everybody else's franchise is doing what it's doing. So let's try to support y'all. Let's try to support. Well, thank y'all for supporting us in our reviews. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, it never goes unnoticed. We appreciate you guys through and through. Just like my sis said, we'll be back same time, same place next week. Enjoy your long holiday. Please be safe. If you're going to be using fireworks and stuff like that, please be safe, y'all. Don't try to do no crazy TikTok stuff or anything like that. We want all of our phalanges. We definitely
want phalanges
anywhere else. So again, y'all be safe out there.
One last thing, I'm sorry before you got to cut us off. Happy birthday to my nephew. He is 1 today. Me, Barb, and Nola was in New Orleans. We was leaving New Orleans last year on this day. We were all together at the Essence Festival and we had a great time. And so my nephew was being born when I was in the airport coming back home. So today he turns 1, and my sister Lala's birthday is tomorrow on the 4th of July. And I just want to say happy birthday to both of my family members. You got to give them their flowers right here. And I want to make sure that they both know I love them very much. So that's all I want to get out before we let out.
Yes, happy birthdays. Happy birthdays. Anybody else who may be watching and having a birthday. We love our cancers. So happy birthday to all. But yeah, y'all, we will catch you guys later. Stay tuned on both of our channels for more content to come, individual content to come. I know I got some videos I owe y'all, and I know my sister said she's gonna work on some stuff for y'all. So please stay tuned to our channels. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And yeah, we'll see you guys in those comments.
Bye, guys.
Bye.